Hello, and welcome to San Francisco by Night. This session counts as number one. This last session was a pre-session, so to speak. The characters have all been told that the world they live in is blanketed by lies. They have all experienced things that can't be explained by normal human beings. A lot of them have woken up to things that would leave other people mentally damaged. And yet they've been now given the smallest shred of answers that the supernatural world is real. There are things that go bump in the night. But how do humans live with these things? Well, there are organizations that hunt these supernatural creatures. One of them, Section 9, claims to be recent and wants to employ many characters that have been found recently that have experienced supernatural events to work for them. They have offered good money and other benefits as well. So, it's time to find out maybe what the characters think of that. So before we start what I have planned, why don't we start with Miss Fletcher and Mr. O'Flynn as they get back home to chat about what happened.
You sure you're okay?
I'll be fine. Eventually, I suppose. I don't know, just
Eventually.
way too many things at once, you know? Like, apparently, I was saved from death from a weird ass serum that we don't know what it's about. You have a ghost living in you, or something.
I still think it's shite, and they have a very weird ass endgame that we do not know yet. So,
Yeah, there's definitely something up. But I saw the medical records, it was pretty bad. But I don't remember any of it.
right. And they said they told everyone in your family, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, about that. I think I'm gonna have to give them a call. It's bizarre. Like, if they had called me and told me that my brother, for example, was in critical condition, I would be fucking there, you know? Something's
Yeah.
very off.
That's why I asked. Because I still think that they probably, what's the word? Modified your records to suit their needs. Because they did say they work for the government, and they could probably do that. I don't think that would be very legal though, but then again, they are in the government, so they could just make it legal probably. I don't fucking know.
There should be a
Um,
way to find out if I have suffered that amount of trauma, though. There should be something there. Like, it can't just disappear magically, right?
I want like an X-ray or some shit.
X-ray, MRI, CT, whatever's needed.
You wanna go to the hospital?
Well, not right now, obviously. We have to... Look, we have to be smart about this. They can't know about us, questioning them. We have to do this, on the down low.
Hey, it'll be fine. Don't worry about
Okay,
it.
here's
We'll
an
just
idea.
go
Why
great.
don't we go visit
Wow.
my brother next weekend? And we'll do it there.
Okay. When it would probably be a good idea to. God damn it, why can't I English? Hmm. What's the thing where you like call someone and then they like reserve that day for you?
Appointment.
Thank you.
Of course,
That.
how would you know what an appointment is when you don't keep a schedule?
Hey, it just works out.
Well, yeah, we could do that, but again, I don't think we can do it. We have to take precautions. I don't trust these people.
Uh huh. Hmm.
And how about your deal? Like,
It's all supreme shite. The fucking ghost, really? Inside, really? Ghost.
well,
Come in,
I
come
don't.
on.
I don't think it would be a ghost. I don't think these things are real. But there's something odd with you, and you know that. Like, you won the lottery twice.
That was probably more than twice. Now, but
Yeah,
yeah.
you have.
Hey, it's just luck. It's just pure, unadulterated luck.
You
Okay?
have escaped death by a hair. How many
Hey,
times?
I'm lucky. It's fine. No question.
Luck is not a
I never
thing.
do. I mean, clearly it is. If it wasn't, I wouldn't be alive.
You should
Ah.
give yourself more credit, Flame.
What the fuck?
What?
Did you hear that?
Hear what?
No, only
Oh.
O'Flynn heard it.
Yeah. Did you hear that?
Hear what?
Right. Think I'm. Am I high? I don't think I'm high.
Are you high? I don't know how long has this chocolate milk been in that flask.
I don't know. I just made it.
By the way, can you sanitize that thing and don't put
Hey.
milk in there?
I'll throw it away. It'll be fine. Are you sure you didn't hear that? Is my cybernetics acting up? Because I'm pretty sure I heard something.
Are you feeling okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry about it.
Well,
It's probably just like some weird ass noise or something.
so I don't remember. Did we come to a decision about the dog's name?
No. Are you seriously gonna fucking ask about the dog right now?
Well, I do need to have something else on my mind at the moment.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. He's just gonna rub his temple.
Fine, fine. You don't want to talk about the dog. Let's keep talking about that shit.
Fine, we'll call it. No fucking. Cassie. Good enough.
I'm gonna
Name it
punch
after
you in
you.
the face.
What? You said no Knight Rider thing.
Why don't you just
Mm.
call it K9? Come on, it's the easiest. It's not a real dog. It's not gonna hurt its feelings, you know.
I mean, I could probably like program feelings into it if I try hard enough.
Well, that's probably not one of the things you should program in it, but anyway, now it's not the time. I don't know what exactly happened in that room. But when it touched
And
the
here I
glass,
thought you didn't want to talk about it.
yeah, but
And
now
here
I
you
keep
are
getting
talking
these
about it.
thoughts, and that's weird because that never happened before. And when it touched the glass, I was overwhelmed with feelings of fear and despair and pain, and I assume everything that whatever was held in there felt.
So it
It's
wasn't some
awful.
weird ass artificial hologram thing just to fuck with us. It was actually real because you felt it. Yeah, air quote.
Well, I can't tell about this one, but who's to say that that was the first specimen they had to exterminate in there? It definitely wasn't, because there were burn marks on the walls, so those flamethrowers
Yeah.
have been used before.
You know what? Maybe I should throw away this fucking thing because we are hallucinating. I am hearing voices and you are imagining that you are feeling people's emotion through touching walls. It's probably yeah. I'm
Mr.
just
Flynn,
gonna. Hmm.
would you make me a wits resolve roll?
Okay, let's see. Let's resolve. Okay. One, two, three successes, or do I reroll that 10?
That's 2. So 1, 2, 3. Um, you feel dazed, somewhat hazy. You feel like something almost happened, but it didn't quite. You basically feel as if though you've just woken from a hangover, and your head is throbbing.
Uh, what the fuck?
What's up?
I don't know. I think the hangovers finally reached its peak or something.
Should have
Weird
passed
thing is
by
I didn't
now.
even
Did you eat anything?
drink uh, the, that empanada I made.
Alright.
Uh,
Don't remind me, because then I will be reminded again of the mess you left.
hey, at least you won't have to think about the damn thing since you're gonna clean that shit up.
No, I will not. I'm going to
Mm,
bed. We'll have
right?
training tomorrow, so you better go to bed too. After you clean the kitchen, and tomorrow after training, I guess I should call my brother, see what's going on.
Okay, I'm gonna go buy a Roomba sometime. So
A
I don't.
Roomba
Anyway,
won't cut it.
it helps. Okay, just go to fucking sleep.
Fletcher,
Mm-hmm.
would you roll me a stamina resolve, please?
Oh, fuck my life. Okay, 6 successes.
Okay, nothing.
Holy shit, look at all these tents. What's wrong with me? Okay, I'm going to bed.
Alright, you go to bed. You two quell your distress over the night. Falling asleep to the rain in San Francisco is quite easy, especially since it's now pouring. As for the other people, why don't we twist fate a little bit? Caden and Damien, would you two like to have a conversation with one another, or would you have gone back to your respectful abodes?
What is Axel's business?
Well, Axel
mean,
wasn't there when
Hayden.
we were, though.
Yeah,
He wasn't.
should we consider that he was?
But that is a good question, Mr. Black. What is Mr. Black's business?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Like what am I doing right now?
Like your job, like his company or whatever, or
Oh,
his work.
a doctor in the ER.
Hmm?
Surgeon.
And yep, and you are extremely wealthy at Resources 5, yes?
Yes.
I think I have something for you.
Okay.
Let's say this. Caden, you wanted to know some of the people you'd be working with. One in particular that caught your eye is Miss Valentine, since she is kind of unique compared to a lot of the others. Perhaps we'll say you two went for a drink either back to your abode or somewhere else. Possibly a public place. I am sure that Mr. Caden knows some very good places to go out and drink.
He would probably just drink water though, but yeah.
So I'll say you go out to a place in the outskirts of Chinatown. It's laid back, it's out of the way, and it's quiet. There's usually not a lot of people here. However, it is a very decent place to dine and drink. It's also a place where a lot of upper layer people go. Tends to be why it's very quiet. So I'll leave this scene to Miss Valentine and Katie, and I'll bring Mr. Black in when it's suitable.
So, an officer and a cyborg.
Oh yeah. Like,
That's interesting. My butler has had an accident. He also has his arms. Had his arms changed. They are now robotic.
oh man. You know what? They don't tell you about the weird simulated touch thing that comes
What?
with these cybernetics. Yeah, it's like it's touch, but it's like kind of only a shadow of what it was. It's weird, but at least it
How-
still has like most of his body mass.
Would you mind telling me how you ended up that way?
Oh, kind of. High character. Where is this again? We're still in the facility.
No, you're at a very upscale Asian style kind of bar slash restaurant.
Okay. Well, honestly, I didn't really know until, today. I mean, look. She leans real in for a close look. 5 of this city's finest go into a drug den. Usual shit, just druggies. Then out of nowhere, busting out of a door, some big mass of fur just comes tearing through the wall like nothing. She kind of pauses for a minute, just kind of. It took seconds to get through all of us, and when they found me, I shouldn't have been alive. I really should not have been. It took my face within the first 10 seconds of the engagement.
Did you see
Only just
what
the wall of
did that?
Only just the wall of fur and the growling. I haven't been able to be near dogs. I haven't been able to be near a dog in years.
I see. To be honest, I'm not sure of what killed my parents yet. I did not see, I just know it didn't kill me. This was weird.
When did this happen?
Perhaps. What?
I'm sorry, to pry. I just might be able to remember something in the records.
What?
The criminal database. Sorry about that, not to pry.
I wasn't. It was 10, maybe.
Would I know anything about this case?
Why don't you roll me an intelligence? Roll me an intelligence resolve.
Intelligence result.
Yeah, that's enough. Let me go ahead and look that up for you. You would know a bit about that Valentine. It was a funny one. You don't know a whole lot, but they kind of just threw it into the cold case area without much effort, which is an odd thing to see. especially in San Francisco, which was near a very, very notorious serial killer area known as the Zodiac.
Hmm.
Typically down south, they don't like to just abandon things unless, of course, you're in LA. But it was odd.
Yeah, the case has been ongoing for a while now. It's kind of cold, but maybe now we'll start to actually get some progress.
Indeed. That's what I'm counting on. Maybe this is my chance to find out why I'm still here and my parents aren't.
Maybe this is my chance to figure out. Maybe it's my chance to stop whatever took me and my friends out.
Do you want to... Can you drink?
Alcohol doesn't really process great in this, but I can certainly try.
I don't like to drink. It dulls my senses. I like to always be sharp.
Well then, I'll order us a round of coffee. How about that?
What?
Oh wait, let's get a restaurant.
What did you say?
So I'll order us some coffee then.
I'm not. I'm just going to get some water.
Really?
What do you eat?
Motor oil?
Huh.
Nuts and bolts.
Can you still feel the taste of food?
Yes and no. Look, despite what the sticker tells you, no, they don't really get your taste back. It's just kind of a good facsimile, but it's just not there. It isn't the authentic thing anymore. It's this food tastes like the food should, but it's missing
Not
some
the
of the
same
nuance.
thing.
Yeah, it's missing some of the nuance, some of the point.
Well, I own a tech company. Perhaps eventually we'll find a way to actually make you feel things again. Who knows?
I don't know, sometimes
Yeah.
it comes in handy not to feel, When a druggie tries to punch you in the face, it's good not to know that it's there.
Do you still feel pain?
It's kind of a notification at this point. Although, the only pain I ever get is basic nerve endings and some stuff. I don't know, only on my actual organics. Everything else is more of just a notification. If that makes sense.
And how does that make you feel? Assuming
Well, you see,
you can
feeling is the
still feel
problem.
things, right? I mean, your mind still works.
I mean, they can't replace a brain. I'm pretty much a brain in a jar, so I still have all that.
Good. Then you're still human.
Yes. I mean, what is
By
a
the
person
way-
with a little squishy brain driving a meat body?
They're saying this terrorist attack that happened recently might have been made by a group of synths who want more rights. So, what do you think of that?
I mean, Okay, out of character. What is like synth rights at the moment?
Not very good. Very much reflecting the earlier years of San Francisco as to what it is in
Ah,
present day, so to speak. Those of foreign descent were often accused of taking jobs here in the United States, and synths and replicants are stronger, faster, better than humans. And so naturally, when the replicants came around and started to be developed, they put them to work in some of the harshest locations and some of the more intense jobs. And sooner or later, now that replicants have been around a long time, the if you a lot of the work is either off world or sometimes it can be in very dangerous areas, and uh, it can tend to drive people a little bit off the edge, especially when replicants have an unfair advantage, as do synths. So it's there is quite a bit of hatred for them, but there's nothing legally discriminating. In other words,
it's just societal.
well, yeah, it's almost like you can't do a hate crime nowadays and get away with it. It's you're going to be uh, considered guilty for that. But there's a lot of what I would call face hatred towards them, but there's not a whole lot of open like, oh, let's follow this synth down the alleyway and beat him up. And, there's not a whole lot of stuff like that. There was at first, but synths and replicants are in fact considered human. You have to register. In your case, however, you were a bit unique. You didn't start off as one, so you're simply a person who's been severely, very enhanced. So you often get mistaken for a synth or replicant and sometimes get the hateful treatment, but you're technically not because you have a birth thing. You're what they call a supposed godchild. So you're born. You were naturally born.
Okay, yeah.
So
yeah. So I'm in the middle of that. Oh man,
I
it's
think
terrible.
you're just a very cyborgy cyborg.
I am a very cyborgy cyborg. Yes.
Yeah, well, an actually synth would be like an android.
Yeah. Okay. I feel. I don't know. It's weird. I mean, they're not really taking that. I mean, it kind of comes down to the case of qualification, which it does, which it is slightly unfair that synths are just more qualified, but also it's not unfair to discriminate. So it's a very, I don't know. I don't really like getting to that topic. There's a lot to unpack there.
It's at,
Perhaps-
this,
Really,
it's at this point, Mr. Black, that you walk in there and go to one of your favorite places to drink. You see that there are only two other people in the restaurant with you. One of them you recognize, the other you do not. Caden you have seen before due to the fact that he owns a very massive company. You've seen his face plastered all over the place at times. However, the other woman, at least you think she's a woman, she looks almost more like a synth, is someone you don't recognize.
I go over and greet Caden. And I greet the woman as well.
Caden, you do recognize this man. You've seen him occasionally. He is one of the more higher up wealthy families here in San Francisco. And he's very notorious for being a very professional big game hunter. And a lot of the articles and whatever are usually read about him going to hunt the most exotic game. Especially nowadays, since most game has been pushed away from the coastline and you have to do a lot of traveling.
I think I recognize you. Caden, right?
Yes. And you are that
Damien Black.
surgeon. Yes.
Yes.
Nice to see you again.
Pleasure to see you again, too. And who might your friend be?
Valentine. Christine Valentine. Hands up.
Pleasure to meet you. I shake her hand.
Yee.
We were just talking about synth rights here.
My personal belief is, if they're no different than anybody else, should be treated equally.
But I'm not.
But they are different.
True, but if a person's able to think and feel, then what makes them so different than us?
Perhaps they are the next step of human evolution. Who knows?
Oh yeah, totally we are. Sips awkwardly sips coffee. We're just totally waiting for Skynet to call the order.
So, you are a hunter, right?
Yes. Been doing it since my father first took me hunting at 8.
What weapon do you usually use to hunt?
Personally, I like to take him out from afar with a high-powered hunting rifle.
I see. So
But-
not like the middle ages with spears and swords.
No, but I have used traps before.
Hmm. So what do you hunt?
Just about anything that provides a challenge. I usually like to go for predators. It's different hunting something that can hunt you back.
Oh,
But
if only these three sitting at this restaurant had ever seen the movie The Most Dangerous.
I was literally thinking. I was about to make a joke.
Yeah.
I was like, I've seen like. I think there was a book about someone like
It's
you.
at this point would Miss Valentine, Caden, and Mr. Black all roll me a wits plus composure roll. Perception.
Wits plus composure roll. Just wits. You said wits and composure, right?
Yes.
Okay. And did it roll? I don't think it rolled mine. Oh, there it is.
Okay, so Caden and Valentine are just a little bit preoccupied, but Mr. Black, you've noticed something.
Oh.
There doesn't seem to be anyone else in here besides you three. Like, period.
Like no staff.
Mm-hmm.
Do you two notice that we're the only ones here?
She kind of glances around and. Could they close on us?
They would have informed us.
I'm gonna quickly Google the hours to see if this, like in my head, to see if
Still
this,
still open for another 3 or 4 hours. It's about 11 o'clock at night.
Huh. I'm gonna walk up to the counter and see if anyone's around.
Walk up to the very elegant and almost if Asian or Oriental themed style could be technoized or cyberpunked, this is a full example of it. The bar is very nice and sleek, and you look around and you see like a whole wall of drinks and neon lights. Yeah, Neo Tokyo style. And there's no one at the bar. You look around, you can see a door closed off to the left, which is probably where the bartender goes back to the staff room or storage room. And you can see a couple other doors off to the right, like kind of push out doors to the kitchen, but that's all you notice.
I'll go to the door that would lead to where the staff lounge is, where you said the bartender would go. And then I'll slowly push it open. Try not
I mean,
to
shouldn't we just
make
like
sound.
walk away at this point? Like they're not. Are we trespassing at this point?
We'll see. Mr. Black, you open up the door and you go into the staff room. It's a pretty standard staff lounge with soda machines, vending machines, and some futuristic looking things. But that's about it. Chairs, tables, completely empty. Most of them have been pushed in, with exception of a few. There's a coat on a coat rack that's over to the left side. And there's a couple lunch pails that sit up atop a couple lockers that look like storage for employees who want to hold their stuff here. But other than that, nothing. You don't see anything.
I'll call out for somebody. Is anybody here?
No reply.
Should I call you Miss? Valentine, officer, I think we should take our leave.
Yeah. When there's no one to serve you, it's kind of weird. So yeah, I was just kind of.
Hey, you go and you go and you try the door. Doesn't budge. And this is one of those very big, large, like push handle doors. Like it's got that little bar that goes across, and you push it down, and the door goes, but it won't budge.
Let me try calling. With my head Wi-Fi connection. I'm gonna try calling the store, like calling the whoever the owner is, like quick search.
You are answered with a very loud static in your ear.
Man, what is my who? I really need a new service provider.
I go back to the others. There was no one back there. No answer. I called out, but didn't
Should
get a
we
reply.
Try the back door.
Possibly.
Those are usually unlocked, at least for the insets. So yeah, let's go that way.
I'm guessing the front door is locked.
Yeah, I mean, it
Awfully
couldn't stop me,
suspicious.
but yeah.
I don't like the feelings of this.
No, this is getting weird. We need to make.
I'm
our
going
exit.
to try to call the police.
Yes.
I think-
Hello.
Another police.
Ah, yes. I don't think it's that necessary to do that yet. We can try the
I
back
mean-
door first.
It is. Two people of high importance in the society are stuck here. It is important.
If she, if her face could probably express the oh okay.
Dude,
She
I may have grown up rich, but I'm not that self-conceited.
I mean,
Well, I don't care what you think. It's what
Hey.
they.
Caden, take 10 lethal mental damage. No, I'm just kidding.
I see your point, though. If they think we're high society people, who knows? Maybe someone's targeting us. Or maybe this is just a big misunderstanding and some idiot locked the door.
It's bad. either way.
Black, you hear a commotion coming from the kitchen.
I walk towards the kitchen, but slowly peek through the door to not make a sound.
By the way, I assume all of you are armed.
yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I don't use weapons. I'm better than armed.
I Believe it or not,
No,
my-
what are you talking about, Caden? You had to legally go to San Francisco uh, Department of Defense and register your fists as actual weapons. So
Right.
my guy carries a spare pistol, so
you take a peek through the window of the push out doors in the kitchen, and you can see a lot of pots and pans knocked over in a very clean and well kept kitchen. But you don't see anyone, but it's hard to see anything from this angle because the kitchen goes straight and then it goes out into almost a T shape and it can go either left or right.
I don't like the looks of this. I'm assuming that the others are with or following behind me.
At this point, yeah.
I'm not taking chances. I pull out my pistol.
Whoa, 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 whoa. There, son. I don't think that's necessary.
All right, well,
Are
why don't
really
you
that
go first?
scared?
I'm not scared. I just like to play it safe. Well, look at it
Alright,
this
fine.
way: if I scare,
It's true. He's got no tilts.
if I scare the bejesus out of some poor staff member, I will leave them a generous tip.
Fine, at least let me be the one to do it. I'm the one with an actual badge.
Okay, by all means, go ahead.
Pull out my freaking Smith & Wesson 500.
All right. You go into the kitchen.
But it looks like a mess back there.
Yeah, this is. All right, just keep your backs to the wall.
Okay.
Kind of make my way around the room.
Like, do you go into the kitchen?
Yeah, but like keeping my back to the wall so nothing can jump me from where I can't see.
I'm going to try to hide in the shadows and follow them from the shadows.
In other words, you're going to roll. You're going to be stealthy. Okay, sure. Go ahead and roll me a dexterity stealth.
And do I get a bonus for the shadowing special or stealth?
Go ahead and roll it, but that'll count towards the people you're with since that's a shadowing specialty. And since you don't know if you're technically following anyone, but go ahead and roll the bonus with it. Yeah. It may not apply to certain people entering the scene or someone if someone enters the other scene, but you'll get it. For 4 successes. So, Miss Valentine and Black, you notice Caden may be like near you guys for a bit, and then he decides to go full ninja and just like kind of start creeping along with you guys, and you know he's there, but you don't know where he is unless you want to do a perception check.
I'm gonna keep my perception on everything else.
Okay.
I'm more gonna listen around for whatever, like, caused that mess. I want to listen to see what's there.
Valentine and Black, go ahead and roll me another wits plus composure.
Okay. Random question: if you have the ambidextrous skill, does that mean you can dual wield or?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, let's just assume I'm using 2 pistols out at the same time.
Mhm.
Okay, 3 successes.
Yeah,
I
Officer
hate
Valentine, something's knacking at the back of your head, so you're not being very perceptive. Mr. Black, you do kind of look around and you notice that you think you can see some scuff prints on, like, you know how if tiled floor is really, really well kept and shiny, you can see scuff marks where people have walked.
Yeah.
And you think you see a few leading off to the left that go down into kind of more of the main area of the building.
I pointed out to the 2, so it looks like someone was by here, but the scuff marks lead into the main part of the building.
Huh. Do we see an exit?
Eventually, when you come down the hallway, you come down this like nice white shiny hallway, And there's 2 doors off to the left, a couple to the right, and then way down at the end of the hallway is another exit door.
All right. We should probably get out of here now.
True. It'd be smart if we called for, or you can call for backup and see what's happening if anything's wrong.
I mean, I'm not sure if anything's wrong. We might just be being paranoid.
Yeah, it could be a welfare check, just to make sure everything's all right.
I'm sure it could wait till morning.
I don't think it can.
I wouldn't want to put somebody else here. If there is.
Okay, well,
At this point, all of the lights in the building go out.
jeez.
Okay.
You are now enveloped in almost pitch blackness, with exception of a little bit of light coming through the windows of the hallway.
Oh, what time is it? You said 11 o'clock at night?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Uh,
Do HUD contact lenses give you any bonus in the dark or no?
The ones you have, yeah, because you and Caden went out all the stops for them. So yeah, you've got thermal, night vision, EMP
Okay.
vision. If you,
Can any of you see?
hmm.
Or am I the only guy able to see at the moment?
Would it be a
Val-
stretch if my eyes had like a freaking cell
no. Valentine, you can see. Caden, you can see, and Black, you can also see.
phone? Okay.
Oh, okay.
I was about to just have my eyes light up all right, this is gonna be the best we got.
Just like a pair of headlights.
Yeah, pretty much.
Actually, it wouldn't be from your eyes. It would be like from this little light that's on your. Like I'm assuming it's kind of like that picture you have where your VR specs go up, and on the side of your VR spec with your microphone is also a light.
Yeah. Not the best light, but it's certainly there. It's like one of those little LEDs. Well, I say we go for the door. Carefully.
Yeah.
This went from 0 to 60 real freaking quick.
Yeah. As much as I want to help somebody, we gotta stay alive.
I don't think there's anybody to help. There's not a single sign of any actual. Wait, was there any bloodstains or scuffs? I just heard scuffs.
Yeah, just leading to the main part of the building.
Okay.
At the very least, let's see if we have an escape route or if that one is like the previous one. Do I see anyone hiding? Like, I want to do a scan of the room.
Another wit's composure.
I'll also
Go
scan
for
the
it.
room.
Okay, let me bring that up. Wits and composure.
Ah. Ha.
Neither one of. Okay. Caden sees something. Damien and Valentine, neither one of you really sees a whole lot. Caden, you can hear a little bit of a commotion seeming to come from one of the other storage rooms.
Um. I'm going to. Do I have Valentine's contacts or anything?
I imagine yes, you would. Now that you guys are all going to be working together, I imagine you exchange.
Yeah, we would
contacts.
exchange
The only-
numbers.
The only
So-
person you don't know that is actually a part of the organization as well is Damien, because he never said he was. So, but I assume that Valentine and Elson would definitely have contact exchanged at this point.
I'm going to send a message with my HUD lenses to Valentine, telling her to follow me.
Okay, and due to Valentine's setup, Valentine, you literally see that message scroll across your glass visors.
Huh. Okay. I look at you and I nod.
Hmm. So are we checking the door or just moving further in?
Moving to the other storage. I'm not
Yeah.
saying anything. I'm silent because I'm.
Yeah, he's just texting. So yeah.
Okay.
So Valentine, do you go up to the door?
Yep. Now is this just like a door?
Door to door.
Ma-
Door. Okay. I look at you guys. Stand next to it. I told you to get, like, I motioned for you to get next to the wall.
I
then
get
I,
next to the wall.
I start counting down, and when I hit 1, I'm going to, swing open the door. Gun drawn.
You swing open the door. This looks like a meat locker, or a kind of storage thing for like meats and anything that needs to be cold. It looks like a freezer, but like a big walk-in freezer, massive, probably about a room or two.
Huh.
You guys can see some hanging meat and some other things. It doesn't smell bad. It just,
Can I have one more?
it's a meat locker room.
It's
Damn,
okay.
I'm getting hungry.
Question.
Go ahead.
Last time I said at the end of at the end of the last session, I was ordering incendiary rounds. Did I ever get those by this time?
Oh yeah, easy.
I think I'm gonna change out the bullets I have in one of my pistols just real quick, just have it as a spare backup.
All right. You all proceed into the meat locker room.
As bad as the idea as this sounds, as horrid as this sounds, yes.
Yeah.
I'm
At this
going
point,
to leave something at the door so it doesn't close while we are inside.
Sure. In other words, you're jamming it. Sure.
Yeah.
Wedging it, I should say. That's actually easy enough. There's actually one of those, those pressure doors that they have like the handles up at the top that have like those arms. You can actually slide the cup over that, and that will keep the door open. Go into the meat locker room. It is a very large, open meat locker with a lot of carcasses, not carcasses, but like slabs of meat hanging, and a lot of hooks kind of just hanging and swinging.
Why are we in here?
It's a very eerie, kind of creepy looking place, but a lot of meat locker rooms.
I'm
gonna do
going
a
to
quick
look
scan to
for
see
the
if there's
source
any,
of the noises.
Yeah, I'm also gonna scan for the source of noises.
You guys
Same.
kind of look around. You guys look around, and you don't really hear much going on right now. However, if you take a peek over in the left corner, you think you can see someone's foot. Not like lopped off, but like, for example, if someone was laying down and they fell down and half their body was like through a doorway or something and you could only see their feet, you look around the corner and you can see down kind of the length of the meat room. Over in the corners, you can see someone's feet kind of sticking out from around a curve. Someone who appears to be on the ground.
I'm going to approach. Being 100% sure at this point that something's gonna jump me.
I stand guard so nothing can jump them.
Continue to stroll down. Turn the little corner. You can see a man dressed in what looks to be a chef's outfit. He is lying face up with his eyes looking up at the ceiling. He is not moving or breathing.
I'm immediately gonna check his pulse.
There is no pulse.
Does anybody have medical experience here?
I'm a doctor.
Go ahead and roll me an intelligence medicine check, and then just let me step away for just a moment. I'll be right back.
Sure.
I think you can add a dice because I have 1 dot in medicine, but I'm not sure.
Wow, I mean, you had all of the power in the world, and it only gave you 2.
Yeah, am I right? Wait, I think I forgot to add the specialty.
Is that not the specialty?
Um,
What specialty do you
No.
have?
Emergency care.
I
This would be an
Never mind.
emergency.
I mean, he's
I
already
mean-
dead.
you don't know that.
I mean, it's just to see what killed him at this point, honestly.
That's yeah, yeah, yeah. CPR probably is in emergency care. Yeah, you should add. Roll one more.
I'll just have to do the regular dice roll.
No, just roll one more die.
Yeah, just
Do you get extra dices if someone is helping in this
I
book?
think you can get one more, but no more than that.
Yeah, I
I-
think you can go 1 more. I have 1 dot in medicine.
I think I also have a dot in medicine.
okay.
So true.
Oh, I do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Nice.
So gonna
Then roll 2 more.
Do they or me or are we doing this as a group?
No,
I mean, I'm trying.
They're helping you by adding dice to your pool.
Okay, so
Roll 2 more dice.
Okay. D2. Okay.
So that's 1 success.
Yeah. So 3 total.
Wow, that was a lot of milking
No.
for 3.
No, 7 is that's not a success, is it?
It is.
And it's a 2. It was just adding them together. So it's still 2 successes.
No, it's 3.
Oh, it is.
Why is it
Oh,
3?
wait. Why is it adding them together?
Because
It's
it's
just
just a regular command. It's not the one
Yeah.
with the.
Oh, then yeah,
Okay.
then still 2.
What merits
Yeah.
a success, anyways?
8,
8,
9,
9,
10.
10.
Yeah.
But you reroll 10s. Like,
Oh.
You keep the
Wow,
success
that
of the 10, but you get to roll an extra time to see if you get another success. And if you get another 10, it just keeps going.
Wow. So, wow. That's brutal.
Mm,
I would have thought it would have been like 5 and up.
If I recall correctly, in this
no.
game, 1 success even is good. Even if you get 1, that means you succeed in something. If I recall
Yeah, you
correctly.
don't fail. But in even in Old World of Darkness, the lowest was 6. It's never 5.
yeah. 6 was like very,
No,
very
in
easy.
in new WAD it's 8, 9, 10.
Yeah.
So that's 2 hits with. Yeah, that's 2 hits. So that is enough though, because in new WAD, 1 success does it for you, and 1s don't take away. So 1 success barely gets by. 2 is a standard. 3 is good, and then 4 and 5 are like super succeed.
Okay.
So you look at this man. What exactly are you trying to discern?
I'm trying to find what killed him.
Blood loss.
Like-
He basically he died of dehydration and loss of oxygen.
Huh.
But after doing some more severe testing, you see that he's got extremely low blood sugar. He's got low blood sugar. Like there was like almost like someone took a syringe, took a lot of blood from him, and then he didn't get like. Imagine if he went to a blood bank, donated a shitload of blood, and then didn't eat any sugar or remember to eat anything, and he died.
Okay.
That's basically almost what it looks like what happened.
I I check his neck to see if he has any bite marks.
You see two tiny little prick marks at his neck.
I put the incendiary rounds in my second pistol, so I have both of them ready now. Guys, this guy died from blood loss. Like he is drained dry.
Drain.
I look
Try.
at
Yeah, I mean,
I look at Caden. I'm like, oh no.
I'm going to keep my face normal. I'm not going to pretend I'm going to pretend I'm not shocked by that. Right.
Welcome.
he has.
I'm gonna
You-
try to
you guys-
call
you-
in the.
No. You guys hear a voice and it says, "Welcome."
Oh,
I immediately, I immediately try not to shit my pants. I point my gun at the
Good
sound.
thing I can't do that anymore. I'm going to turn and face the voice.
I'm going to take a deep breath and then look at it.
You guys immediately turn to see another man dressed in maybe chef or sous chef outfit. It is stained red with blood or something coating down from his neck to his stomach. His mouth is just gorged with it. His eyes almost glow in the darkness, and he is breathing, or seems to be breathing, somewhat heavily.
Is everything okay with you?
Oh, everything is fine. Everything is just perfect right now.
There is a little bit of blood on your.
Can you hear them? They're speaking. So much death in this room.
Who?
Your blood smells amazing.
I mean, if you like this,
I have a
smell, I don't know.
taste.
Sorry,
he's
buddy.
talking. He's talking to Caden.
Oh no.
Told them all to go away so I could have all three of you to myself.
Ah.
Hmm.
Didn't you already? Apparently you are someone who wastes food a lot. Then.
Food is meant to be gorged.
You like to hunt, I'm guessing.
Yes, I do.
Huh. You're a man after my heart. As I say this, I'm looking at him to see if he's even breathing at all.
Negative.
So, how'd you get him? When he wasn't looking, come up.
He told everyone else to leave. Came in the kitchen, waited. And when his guard was down and he took his little smoke break, I struck. So easy. You mortals just crumble at us now.
Yeah. Not how I figured it.
And
So-
what are you exactly?
I am.
You are? Are you trying to tell us you are God?
We are gods. We
Yeah.
are God's chosen.
Chosen for what?
To be the next
Extinction.
stage in human evolution.
I've heard contradictory arguments.
Contradictory arguments by fools.
Perhaps. Now, why don't you let us leave? You've already fed enough today, don't you think?
I just look
You-
at I just look at you like I give you this look like the fuck are you asking?
You
Yeah.
heard too much and seen too much. And you're just
I'm gonna take this moment to just go ahead and try to. Can I roll trick shooting to like take this guy's leg off?
it would be a target shot. So you'd roll dexterity plus firearms at -3. So -3 dice to target a leg.
Okay.
Am I able to do
I
this?
do. I have one of my specializations is trick shooting. Does that apply?
Yeah, actually, so it's only -2 dice.
So dexterity firearms -2.
Yes, and to answer Miss Fletcher's question, it's depends on where you aim. Head is like, I think head is like 3 or 4, hands are 4 or 5, legs are 2 or 3. Chest shot is always called stand.
Well, are we able to do shots at the same time?
I'll let you guys go since
I'll look at you and be like, I'll look at you, share a glance and then be like,
Okay. I nod.
oh, and
Uh,
I have a thing that lets me shoot twice.
I
I took the combat fighting style, so rapid fire. Yeah, I shoot.
I got the marksmanship, but I'm just gonna do standard shot. I'm gonna aim both of my pistols at its center mass and just fire the incendiary rounds in them.
okay,
Does
so what Damien's gonna do is you're gonna roll dexterity plus firearms -3. Officer Valentine, you're gonna roll dexterity plus firearms -2, and then I'll see what the damage is. And since Mr. Black is firing 2 pistols, it does different things to the damage.
this is it -3 even with the ambidextrous?
Oh well, yeah, because you're doing a cold shot.
Okay. I thought. Yeah. Okay. How do
Doing
I?
a cold shot. That's where the minus is coming from.
Okay. And I use the modifier to do the -3.
Yeah, you're gonna be modifier -3.
Okay.
Oh, and
You can do 2 attacks and split your pool, but it's for now we're just doing 1 shot.
Yeah.
I mean,
Let's see. -3.
let me read the fighting style again.
So 2 successes plus. What damage?
What damage is the pistol? What is your base damage?
Let me see. Okay.
I know Valentine's is like 4 because it's a big ass pistol.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Mine's each of them are 2.
So I think Valentine's is actually 3. 'Cause you're using standard pistols, right?
Yeah, they're just 2 damage. If
Right.
that's what standard
Valentine would technically be using a heavy pistol, so that'd be a 3.
Okay.
So, I'll go ahead and roll his stuff here.
No, I did get the rapid fire thing, which lets me. The drawback that I cannot use a defense against any attack in the same turn. I can still shoot at a -1 per shot.
Right. So
So
your
that would
next
be
shot's gonna be yes. Do you want to fire again?
Yeah,
So technically, what that's called fanning the revolver.
yeah.
Go ahead.
I'll be
Hold on.
right.
Go ahead.
I'll be right back. I just need to use the restroom, just like a minute. Not even that.
Doopy doopy doop. I'm gonna blow your legs off. I'm gonna kind of hit your leg off.
And I will wait for Axel to return until I tell you what happened. Both you and Black fire your pistols. He fires 2 shots, you fire 2 shots as fanning the revolver. The fact that you can even keep that thing steady while you fire it is quite impressive. Your bullets hit their marks. When Axel returns, I'll tell you what has become.
Sorry about that. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
You fire your bullets, and Valentine fans your revolver, and your bullets hit him. And let's see what happens here. So you fire your bullets at his legs or his knees, and the bullets hit home, and you can see some. They entered. They hit. He doesn't even seem even half annoyed.
Oh, come on, that's a 50 cal. It basically should take his leg off.
It kind of almost did, but there's like flesh and chunks of skin hanging, and it's like
Is
it's
that
like
close
someone
enough?
it's like someone got really sloppy with a chainsaw on his leg, but he's not even mildly annoyed.
Oh no.
He looks down at his legs and he's like, "Oh, good. I like it when people actually struggle." And you can see his wounds immediately starting to heal.
Bullshit. Bullshit. Bullshit.
Hmm. And that's regular ammo for him for that.
Well, the thing is, you were using regular, but you switched to incendiary.
Mm-hmm.
So when your incendiary bullet hits him, he kind of looks down and goes, "Ugh." Like you can see him kind of, "Oh, that hurt." But even then, that was only 1 bullet, so that's only 1 ag. He kind of looks down at his leg where you shot Black, and he looks back up at you, and he's like, "You die last."
So while he's distracted, I'm going to try to get out of his sight and hide. Like,
Well, with dexterity stealth.
Fucking rogues. Sneak
and
attack.
do I add the shadowing thing?
Yes.
3.
Okay. He doesn't seem to notice you slip away. Now he is going to spring forward. And it's at this point I'll have everyone roll initiative since he's going to do his action. Then I'll have initiative work go.
Okay.
Ooh, I have a crazy bonus to initiative.
He is going to attack Damien because Damien hit him with fire and he doesn't like that.
So what's
Yeah.
initiative?
How do we roll initiative?
Like Mr. Caden just did. Dexterity, composure.
Oh, right.
Composure, and then also
You
I
can
have
just
a thing
click
that adds a
Roll
plus.
initiative.
Oh.
Actually,
there's
I'm
that.
sorry. You roll 1d10 plus your initiative. So, for example, Caden would roll 1d10 plus 6.
Oh. There's the roll initiative button.
Well, yeah, you can just use that if you've got it.
Okay.
I have a thing that adds
11, 18.
I'm kind of confused on. So you're able to submit messages on the HUD contact lenses?
This is the year 2077. Yes, you can.
Oh. Is there any way I can do that to Mr. X? Send him a message? About
Yeah, you
what's-
can try. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, about
you
what's
do
going
it.
on?
Custom rolls.
Valentine, what's your initiative?
Well, I have a thing that adds my gun. When I'm holding a gun, I add my firearm
Right.
to it. So, let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10? Okay.
Oh. Is a slash roll in this, or?
No, you're good. I think you've done everything. Have you noticed that Mr. Black and Caden have pressed the initiative button on their sheets?
Oh.
It,
Oh.
It's just above the dice.
Oh, is it just above the?
Yeah,
Oh, roll
and then for your firearms thing, you can add the modifier on the bottom if you want.
Okay.
So that's 12, and then what's your bonus that you get when you've got a weapon?
5.
Right. So you've got 18.
Woo! Those are some D&D numbers.
Yeah.
boys.
So Damian Black has a higher dex, so he'll go first.
Fuck.
So the vampire is going to do his retaliation first.
Okay.
He is going to attack you, Mr. Black, with claws. Do you wish to do a defensive action, or do you wish to just take it?
How does defensive action work?
You can take a dodge, and you can roll your dex plus athletics and add those successes to your defense. In other words, his minus of pool. But you will not be able to take an action next, or an offensive action next turn.
So I can't attack next turn, basically.
If you do a dodge.
Okay, let's see. Does defense just take away from the dice he's rolling, or?
Yeah, right now, normally how combat works is he's going to roll a pool. Like, let's say he's got, 3 dice in strength and 3 in brawl. He'd roll 6, right? Say your defense was 4, means he would only roll 2 dice. If you take a dodge action, you roll your dex athletics and add the successes to your defense.
Okay. I'm going to dodge.
Okay, roll me dex athletics.
Dex. Okay. Athletics. Because humans are squishy. Let me just find it. Oh,
Okay, what is your defense number?
4.
Okay,
Bum, 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 ba-da,
Alright.
ba-da.
okay, he gets a 1 hit. So he manages to nick you a bit. Alright, looking up strength here. Fairly decent. Oh.
So lethal damage?
Yes.
Okay.
Because it's with claws. You'll take, 2 lethal damage
Okay.
as he
Where
nicks you.
Where are the boxes? Oh, here they are.
You just fill in 2 boxes.
And okay. And now I can't attack next turn.
Yep. And
But-
guess what? It's your turn. But you do still have stuff you can do. You just can't take an offensive action.
Okay. I'm immediately gonna use my well, first I'm gonna back away from him.
Yep.
And regroup with the others, but I'm going to immediately send a message to Mr. Black. Not Mr. Black, Mr. X, about what's going on and that we need backup.
Mhm.
Like, he needs to send somebody fast.
And then you gonna take cover maybe? Like try and get behind something or put something between you and it?
Yeah, like, I'm gonna try to put anything I can in between them.
Sure, roll me strength athletics.
Okay. Let's see here. Strength. Athletics. Let me. Oh,
Not doing so well. You don't manage to find anything or push anything in front of him.
yeah.
All
The
right.
dice.
Yep, Miss Valentine, your turn.
So, I'm gonna just try to like. Is he like how far away is it from me?
He went to go slash at Damien, nicked him. Damien kind of jumped away. Vampire turned to face him. So he's about maybe 10 feet from you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna run up and I'm gonna try to like pin slam this guy to the ground.
In other words,
Which-
you're gonna do a. In other words, you're gonna do a grapple.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
Against.
which I have. Oh, I have a +2 to overpowering rolls.
Right. So this will be a contested roll for grapple.
Yeah. So what is it? What am I rolling?
Strength plus brawl, I think.
Strength plus brawl plus whatever that little bonus was.
Yeah, plus. Okay, so strength, brawl. And that is 3 or 5. Oh gosh, figuring my way through all these tabs is annoying. Wow, come on.
Oh.
Oh,
Come on.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
What the fuck?
So Valentine, you go up and you hit him, and it's like hitting a wall.
Brandon, can I pause for a second?
Sure.
I would say reroll the 10s because when we do it through the sheets, it's rerolling the 10s. It doesn't count.
Okay.
when
Sure.
it's
Sure.
doubles.
So
Be fair.
so he's got. So right now he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's re-roll 2. So
Ooh.
1. So 6 hits.
You suck.
So Valentine, you run up and you slam into him. And he doesn't move. You move, but he doesn't.
Well, that's new.
Yeah, it was like hitting a truck that hit you. It's like that scene in Princess Bride where he tries to hit Andre with his shoulder and he just goes. "Whoop."
Well,
And he's going to use his dot of celerity to interrupt Caden's action. And he is going to backhand you, Officer Valentine. This will be a melee attack, not with his claws, so this will be bashing. But you already took your action. I do allow reaction defense, even if it's not your turn. Do you wish to take a defensive action to sacrifice your offensive action next turn, or do you wish to just take this with normal?
I'm pretty. Let's see here. I do have. So he has to. What does he have to beat?
What's your defense?
I have. Where is that listed? Oh, 5. And does armor help?
Well, armor helps reduce damage. But if you have a defense of 5, it means he has to subtract 5 dice from his pool. For example,
Oh.
you can literally subtract someone's whole pool and they can roll a chance die and they can still hit you. But it's only one success, so they usually don't get much from it.
Right. So
so the
I'll take that.
Right.
I'll take that hit.
So he has a pool here. He's only going to be rolling 1 dice to hit you. Right. So he goes to backhand you, Valentine, and he misses because you're able to get out of the way when he tries to backhand.
Okay.
So Caden, he used that to interrupt your action, but Caden, it's your turn now.
Well, I guess anything I do won't work, but let me think.
Vampires are stupid strong. What is that?
So our armor takes away from them, from the damage.
Armor takes away from damage. I forgot to ask you that. What is the
My-
lethal rating of your armor right now?
3 and 5. 3 for I think physical, and
Okay.
5.
So if you've got that high zoot of armor on, he tore into your clothes and he hit your armor. He was not able to get through it, so you did not take any damage.
Nice.
However, he tore your jacket up.
And now I'm pissed. It was Gucci.
Also remember, Miss Fletcher, some people have powers which also stacks armor up.
I'm not sure. I'm going to.
Oh, that's
I'm
right. We
going
got
to
resilience.
try to attack him,
Indeed.
like from a stealthy position. It won't work, but whatever.
You've got stealth on him, so you'll get quite a bonus to hit him with something.
Yeah, but
And
he has
out
a
of-
very-
Well, out of character, remember, for those who are new, in case you didn't notice, vampires take bashing damage from bullets, and they take half. Meaning, bullets, unless incendiary, which Damien Black does have, don't do much damage to vampires. However, bladed weapons, such as knives, swords, and other things, do lethal to vampires. It's often why you see in a lot of the artwork and overall kind of theme and motif of vampires is vampires often traditionally tend to stick with swords and blades. They do more damage to one another, so you don't usually see a lot of vampires using guns.
My attacks deal +2 lethal damage. Does that
Right,
still
it's
count from
+2,
the-
so it would be your successes +2. So if
Does
you
that
got
still
2 hits on him, that'd be 4 lethal to him, which he would then have to soak. So
I'm
do you
going
want to?
attack him.
Okay, so you want to make attack him. How are you attacking?
Well, probably like crouching behind him, and suddenly I'm going to jump and try to attack a place like his neck.
So are you gonna go do a called shot?
No, I don't have any weapons like that. I'm going to use my.
Well, no,
hand.
no, you can do called shots with fists and knives.
Sure.
Like,
How do I
A
do
called,
that?
a called shot is simply like saying where you want to stab it, because usually when you roll, like it's generally like default target is like chest or biggest area. But if you do called shot, there's a slight minus to it, but it can have benefits if you hit.
Right, I'm going to go for his neck.
Okay, so that's a called shot. So you're gonna roll your dice pool -3. So you're gonna
Hey,
roll.
still.
Well, your stealth, so that might actually negate it. Let me look at the stealth bonus. Okay, so you are going to use Dex plus weaponry +3. Now, what weapon are you? Oh, you're just using. Well, you're using a knife, right?
No, I'm going to use my martial arts skills.
Okay, so what's the bonus you get on that?
I get +2 lethal damage.
+2 lethal damage with fists.
Not
However,
the vampires.
vampires take bashing from all brawl, but in character, he doesn't know that. So we'll go with it. Roll me strength or dex. Like, do you have dexterous fighting or do you have strength fighting?
I mean, it's all the same thing. They are both at three, so
Okay.
I just do
So roll
that.
me either strength or dex plus brawl +3.
Two.
Right, and you've got lethal +2, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4 lethal, but it's a vampire, so we'll see what happens. So, what move are you doing on him? Like, what are you doing?
I'll probably just striking with my hand. I don't know many martial
Okay.
arts moves.
And for those of you wondering why I did not subtract his defense, it's because he was stealth. So you run up Caden and you just freaking straight up chop him right in the neck center where like the baseline of the neck meets his clavicle. And you do manage to do a damage to him, but you just hit him with everything you got, and A, it felt like you were hitting a brick wall, and B, didn't look like it do much to him.
Can I try to back away and go stealthy again?
Oh, yeah, you can try and back away, but you can't roll a stealth. He knows you're there now. You'll have to wait till next turn.
Okay.
So Black, it's back up to the top with you. You can act now.
Okay. Did I receive any reply from Mr. X?
Nope.
Let's see. How is his legs looking? Where he was shot last?
Not very good. I mean, they're healing, but he's got a leg tilt, so
Yeah.
he's not moving very fast all over the place. But he's healing.
Okay. If I were to aim at his legs, what penalty would that be?
-3.
Okay,
Oh, I'm sorry.
gonna-
I'm sorry. It's a generalized, so that's -2. You could aim at the head with those fire bullets and do a lot of damage to him.
Oh, okay. Yeah. What would that penalty be?
-3
Okay.
for the headshot.
I will aim at the head with both pistols, and
I mean, you can also add spend willpower and just add the 3 extra and lose nothing, right?
Yep. And my mistake. In New WoD, vampires do take bashing from the leg. That was my mistake.
so if I spend a willpower,
3 dice. You get 3
Okay.
extra dice.
You pretty much roll your normal pool without the.
Okay.
So what you would do is you basically spend a willpower and it would negate that, so you'd roll your normal pool. Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that.
I'm
I'll
going
spend
to have to leave because something unexpected happened.
That is okay.
I'm
I will
sorry.
let you know what happened, and you can always check up on the session. Thank you for playing today.
Thanks. Sorry, by the way.
Totally fine.
So,
I'm real sad
One-
when he accidentally murdered Batman.
yep. So I use the willpower, 2 damage, aiming at his head.
Yep, and your pistol is 2, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you've got incendiary rounds, so one of those is aggravated damage, which you can't soak. However, you're aiming for the head, which does more damage. So, and he also takes a tilt here. He doesn't. Okay. Ooh, that's interesting. So he automatically takes 1 aggravated damage, which hurts him like hell. He screams. And you hit him in the head. Okay, he's not acting this next turn. You fired and shot him square in the head. The bullet goes through and he burns. And he screams and he's like, ah! Clutching the hole into his head. And he does not take his action. So, Valentine, it's your...
I'm gonna. I'm going to. Is this. What stretch of the imagination would it be for me to finish blasting off his leg?
I mean, you could. There's not a whole lot left there at the moment, but it's healing up. In all honesty, if you want recommendation, probably better to go for the head.
Fair enough, I'm gonna brain this dude.
Right, that's a -3. Right, well,
Yeah.
-2 for you because you've got that extra.
Yay. He's yeet his last haul. So firearms plus dex.
Yep.
Oh, wait, I forgot my gun was 9 again.
Probably a good thing to remember.
Yeah, I'm gonna set that. So so I add my modifier and then subtract 3 or subtract 2. So that's. Oh wait, no, or it adds it. Never mind. So that is -2 and submit. Wow, okay. Okay, that was the music changing. It really messed with me. And I'm gonna take my... No, I'll take my second action to shoot again. At a -3 this time. My second thing.
Get doing another fan, I hear you.
Sorry, internet cut out there for a moment.
Oh, come on!
Right.
Ah. I still hit him once.
So, didn't do a whole lot of damage to him, but you blew a chunk of his head off. But you weren't able to get some. You weren't able to bear. You weren't able to get really square shots off. You kind of skimmed him, and you have fired 4 shots. So I think you have 2 left.
That's right, I do. Wait, I think... Actually, I think I have 1.
Oh yeah, 1 bullet left. So then you got to reload.
But I have...
So
I think I reload super quick, though.
I'm just gonna have Caden throw some knives at him. With absolutely no hits. Okay, so never mind. He got 1 hit. So he throws a knife, but he only hits the guy's center mass. Knife sticks into his back. Damien, you're up again.
Okay. I am going to just shoot him in the head again.
Right?
Since he can't do an action, do I still get the penalty, or?
Yeah, you still got the penalty because it's the next round now. So now he's
Okay. Let's see what I got here. That's -3. Okay.
So once again, you hit him square in the head, and that looks like it hurts him. Does another automatic aggravated damage to him, and he needs to make a frenzy check.
I am glad I'm a distance away from him.
Well, it's not going to matter here.
Oh.
He is going to run up to you, snarling, with holes in his face,
Burning hole.
and he's just going to straight up punch you, and he's going to spend a willpower to do it. Because he literally has to spend everything he's got to, like,
Just to regenerate.
Sorry, I forgot to subtract that roll. What's your defense?
The first number is the physical attacks, not the ranged, right?
Well, no, what's your defense? Your defense should be just a total.
Oh, 4.
Okay.
And I have 3 in resilience.
Okay, so he gets a hit off on him, but he got some frenzy stuff going, so let me add this up. Ooh, he actually does a lot. But you've got armor 5. So as he comes up, he's actually going to bull rush you. As he comes up, he just shoves you. Roll me a strength athletics.
Strength and athletics. Okay. Okay.
We just can't win today.
Okay, so good news. He only manages to deal 1 bashing damage to you because of your armor. However, he charges you, but due to your supernatural resilience, he charges you, picks you up, and runs you through a solid marble wall. Like, he
Ow.
literally just picks you up, takes you, and then just takes you through the wall and shoves you down to the floor.
So he's on top of me now.
Yes, and he has you in a grapple. So you are technically grappled, but he is now kind of like the UFC thing where, like, you're on top of the guy and he's like punching down at his head.
Yeah.
That's basically what he's trying to do to you right now.
Ooh.
So it is Valentine's turn.
I'm going to run up to that situation, and I'm gonna try to to slam his ass again. I'm gonna try to pin him, immobilize him again.
Strength brawl with whatever bonuses you got.
Yep.
Well, let's see. Hold on a sec. He's grappled with someone else, so there's actually a couple things that happen. He is currently grappled, so I'm actually not going to add his defense to it because he's grappled with another character. And technically the other character is an enemy. So yeah, go ahead and roll your grapple with no minuses because he doesn't get his defense to this.
Ooh. That's a plus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What the fuck?
Nice.
But still, like, of all the numbers there. I know it's against the odds, but still.
So he only got 1 hit, so you managed to grapple him.
Oh, wait, I
so
have a
he is-
reaction to that.
Yeah, so he is now grappled. What do you do?
I have speed cuffs, so I immediately throw some cuffs on this dude.
Okay, you managed to get a cuff on him, and I think that's if you successfully make a grapple check, you can cuff.
And it's if I immobilize him.
That's if you immobilize him. So he's
Yeah.
not immobilized.
Oh, he's
You have
not.
him grappled. You have him grappled though.
Okay.
In other words, it is a 3-man pileup right now, or 2-man, 1-woman pileup.
2 guys in a toaster pile up.
Yes. So Caden is going to. Caden's going to walk on over and start heating up some oil in a pan. Caden's turn. Mr. Black, you're on the ground with a crazed, frenzied vampire on top of you and a crazed, frenzied toaster on top of him.
You said he's heating up oil. Is there a flame?
I'm going to say this right now. You or Valentine have no idea that that's happening. Because
Okay.
you've got a vampire in your face. You don't notice much else going on besides the vampire in your face.
I'm gonna try to get out of the grapple.
You'll be getting a bonus to this because he's currently being grappled by another friendly character.
Okay.
Roll me strength, athletics, +2. I'm sorry, +3. Strength, athletics, strength and athletics +3.
Okay. Strength, athletics, plus 3. Huh.
It's a tie. He's technically the defender in this situation, so you don't manage to actually break the grapple.
Okay.
However, he is grappled, and you are grappled by him. So it's an odd situation. Like, he's got you grappled, and yet he's getting grappled from behind. So everyone's grappling one another.
Okay.
All
So
right.
he's on me, and someone's trying to pull him off of me.
Yep, he's going to try and bite you. But he takes a minus for this because biting someone is actually difficult. He's also being grappled. That's 2 hits. He's going to go for the neck, unarmored area, but you're fighting him on it, so he kind of tries to, like, you see his fangs extend and he tries to bite you, but he just winds up hitting that armor that's on your shoulder,
Okay.
and he's literally like biting through it, but he doesn't manage to do damage to you.
Ooh.
But you're still grappled. Valentine, your turn again.
So how do I immobilize him?
All right, now that you've got him grappled, now you can go for maneuvers. To perform a maneuver, you're going to roll your grapple check again, and he's going to contest it with his.
Okay,
So
it's just-
basically, same roll.
Okay. Awesome, awesome. There it is.
Wow.
Suck it, Count Chocula.
Does
So,
he?
yes, you may apply the immobilized to him. You can
And now I
cuff him.
speed cuff him.
Yep. You
Is-
just like, "Argh," you just bend his arms backward, even though he's frenzied, and you manage to get cuffs onto it. Do they have a rating?
I did copy and paste the thing, so hang on, let me read the cuffs. It's gonna be really silly if they're like really underwhelming. Link, notes. Handcuffs. Durability 4, size 1, structure 4.
Okay, durability is what I need. So he basically needs to get 4 hits to break.
Which is
Okay.
not ridiculous for him.
So you like cuff him, and he's still going. He's got his hands behind his back, and he's still going for Aiden.
Yeah.
However, he's got cuffs on, so now he's going to be taking minuses. Still trying to get.
And
at,
I'm still
Aiden.
holding him, so
Yep. Go ahead and
Yeah.
roll me another. Go ahead and roll me another strength and athletics just to see if you hold him.
it's strength
You
and
only,
athletics.
yeah, you need at least 2 hits to keep him held.
Okay, and do I apply the overpower thing or no?
Oh yeah, because he's cuffed now, so now he's.
Okay. No, didn't roll. Yeah.
Oh Jesus, yeah, you just like you've got him. He's not going anywhere. He's strong, Valentine, but so are you.
Damn. Did he react to the?
Durable
react to-
ram.
Did your character actually say "suck it, Count Chocula," or was that out of character?
Yep. She says it.
Ready, let's see. It doesn't actually get a negative to break. Friends. All right, so what are you guys gonna do as you've got him kind of held?
You got any more fire bullets?
Yes.
Head.
Is it my turn
right.
now?
It is, however, there is something to this. You're firing into a grapple, which is a -2. You're aiming for the head, which is a -3. In total, you're taking a -5 to this.
Never mind.
How does
Because- Yeah, because Valentine, he's obviously not being still.
No.
How does willpower restore?
Willpower gives you 3 dice. Willpower, I am nice to you guys. I usually let it restore at the end of each session or at the end of each long, per se, rest. Like long, like pause that your characters would have in story turns.
Okay. So I'm going to use a willpower.
Okay, so it's only -2.
That's not bad.
And I am going to aim for Count Chocula's head.
Now, if you like, since we're doing combat in this first session, I'm going to teach you guys some stuff. You can spend turns aiming to gain bonuses.
Oh.
Oh. Oh, well, that'd be. I mean, yeah, you got a bit of a breather moment.
So what we could do here, if you want, since it's technically out of a combat scenario, since he's disabled and you've got him, we could have Damien spend a few turns, at least in terms of real time, aiming. You can spend, I think, up to about 4 or 5, and gain that much of a bonus.
So each turn is
1.
another bonus?
Each turn is +1, unless you've got a scope, then it's +2.
Okay.
Just right there with a scope. Like, oh, I got you now.
He's got scope on his pistol. No, so I'll say that you spend some turns aiming. So
Okay.
if that's the case, and you spend, and with that willpower spent, I'll say that you can roll your roll +2.
Okay. And let me just put the attack roll here. 2 pencils. Okay, so. Okay. Attack roll, and let's see what it does. And.
Nice. Again, you manage to you take your time as you're laying on your back, as Valentine has him held. You manage to control your breathing, and through sheer effort of will, you manage to hit him square in the head. Another aggravated damage straight to him, and then I need to add up the bashing damage because that has been happening here. Okay, you shoot him square in the head, and it just blows a hole through his head, and he kind of slumps to the floor and doesn't move.
Dude,
Let's
you
make
trust
sure.
that? Yeah, let's make sure. Wait, this is an oven. Do they have a wood baking pizza oven?
Caden kind of pipes up, and he's like, "I'm taking care of it." Caden walks up to the body, and he starts putting lighter fluid on him. And he takes just this little kind of one of those little Bic lighters, the little cheap ones, and he just clicks it on and he tosses it at the guy, and the guy instantly lights up.
Well, shit.
Caden then goes, "Ma'am, gentlemen, I'm going to go home. Oh, I do not want to be here when enforcement shows up."
Yeah.
Well, in 2077, they're like lighters, but like they're like sweet. So like even the little cheap disposable ones, like you can click on and they're like freaking plasma. So you can just chuck them and they just like
They're all mini grenades.
pretty much, yeah. It's 2077, like
Kids
lighters.
bullies are these days are really mean.
Yeah. So they're like torch lighters, or
Kind of, yeah. Like you know those little lighters that like have that almost look like a taser, where like there's that little
the little
strip of
the
lightning
little-
that goes through them.
the
Yeah,
current
that's what it.
electricity,
That's what it looked like.
You think they'd be laser lighters now?
So, she
So-
looks at you. It's like, this didn't shock you.
I just I put my hand up and kind of make it go side to side, kind of like, it's not the first time that I've dealt with predators, so you know. I'm a hunter, so
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some shit on the force. Jesus, I'm just not used to fighting something that's like arguably stronger than me. You know, I mean, even a crackhead still, you know.
Valentine, you also noticed something about Mr. Black.
My
He
my
just
thing cut out.
He Valentine, Mr. Damien Black just got shoved through a solid marble wall.
On that record, I look at you. How did you tank that hit?
I will be honest. I have no idea. Oh, well, I show him the armor underneath. Rich guy's got to go protected.
But that's
Valentine, you know very well that when the vampire charged him, he went head first through that.
yes. That's not how science do.
We just killed the vampire. At this point, I think science goes out the window.
You know what? You got a point there. Science is officially dead.
Point is, we're alive. He's dead, and I can assure you, I'm not one of those things.
Okay, that's good enough for me. So, do we like get out of here? I don't know the protocol for this.
I think we should get out of here. There might be more, and after how that thing fought, let's not take chances.
You got a ride?
Yeah, but check the back seat.
Yeah.
You've seen how these movies go.
Are we actually calling this a movie now?
No, I just mean he's watched movies.
You know what? Yeah. Oh god, vampires who know the tropes that they're playing off of?
I'll be honest. I'm happy that I Netflixed all of Castlevania yesterday.
Oh yeah, that old classic.
Yeah,
Good.
you can't beat the classics.
Oh great. Am I about to watch the freaking what was that old movie?
You hear sirens in the distance.
Oh, never mind. Gotta go.
Yeah, that's. As I head back to my
By the
car,
way, it's at this point that you guys literally look up in the top corner, and you guys can see a small security camera pointing right at you.
Oh, I should probably deal with that. Dude,
Yeah.
no computers that much?
I know computers.
Okay. I mean, look, it's my cousin, but like I don't know that much.
Oh, I think I might know someone that can help us with this. Anyway, main point. Let's get out of here first.
Yeah, okay.
So,
Sprint up, JPEG. Well, actually, is the door locked?
Yeah, all the doors are still locked. Do you want to try and force them?
shoot the lock off.
Screw that. I just casually slap the door and just knock it off its hinges.
Okay, roll me a strength athletics.
Please don't fail. This would be so silly. It would be so. Oh, good. I already have that. Plus, plus like 3.
And you have an automatic 1 success on strength checks. So
Okay. Oh my gosh, finding my way around here is ridiculous. Woo!
technically that's 5. Well, the thing is, 1 success isn't enough to break things sometimes. For example, if that vampire wanted to break those cuffs and he had potence 1, yeah, he'd get 1 auto hit, but he needs 4 hits to break the cuffs. So he's still got to roll for it. If he had potence 4, the vampire could just be like, oh, fuck it, I break the cuffs, fuck you.
Really?
So Valentine, you just ring back and you kick the door, And it doesn't just go off it doesn't just open, it goes off its hinges. It goes into the alleyway.
Okay, a bit too much effort, but we need to go.
Yeah.
Out into the massively pouring rain.
It's a good thing I can't get pneumonia.
I think a little rain's better than the cops. Or more
Stop!
of those things.
Freeze! Get on the ground now!
Oh.
Oh no.
I do what I'm told.
I'm a cop.
Valentine, on the ground now.
Oh shit.
Hey, he starts kind of. It's someone you don't recognize, Valentine. But he starts fumbling for his radio, and he's like, "Officer, support 321 down. We've got 2 suspects. Yeah, Yeah?
Da-da.
what? It's no what? Yes. Yes. Aye, sir. Valentine, whoever that is, you can stand up now.
I get up.
Man, I like this shirt. Hey, so
What the hell happened in there?
it's a lot. There was a break-in.
You can see a couple other officers come up. Like, hey, rookie. Rookie, come here. And you see one of the familiar cops pull him away. And then you see Higgins from the police department come up, and he's one of the older officers. He's like, hey, Valentine, what'd you get yourself into tonight?
Freaking freak show. Possibly a synth, I don't know. He messed up some infrastructure in there, and he's, shots have been fired. Supposed to be a... And I also take a second to, like, call in the, Section 9 to see if they're coming.
You get a text back. Damien, you get one too, and it says, your problem has been taken care of. First one on us. Smiley face emoji.
Oh, no, don't make me say this. Yeah, it's... I don't know, he must have been some sort of synth. He's not... He's currently down, but, and, you know, out. But, yeah, no, that was a rough thing in there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, go ahead and give a statement down at the station, and you can go home.
Alright.
As you walk by him, he puts his hand on your shoulder, and he kind of leans into your ear, and he says, I don't know who you got involved with, Valentine, but I'd be careful, because this is already going under the rug. I hope you didn't do anything illicit.
You know I wouldn't sign up for anything like that.
Pats you on the shoulder, and he says, well, I think you're already in. And you see him kind of looking at the doorway that you guys came out of, and he does not look happy. It's a face of recognition, but he looks very put off.
I hate having to hide shit from my friends. Thin blue line, man, the thin blue line.
Valentine.
Hmm?
I've been a cop for 35 years. And I'll tell you something. Sometimes you see things and hear things that just don't make sense, you know?
I think I know better than anyone.
Yeah, well, I'll go ahead and take it from here. You need to take a statement. I'll
Yeah.
see you later.
See you later.
You notice that as you walk away, he doesn't even move. He just keeps looking at the doorway that you guys came through. And he is getting soaked because it's pouring rain right now.
Heavy, bro.
And you just can't shake the feeling. Something's just off about him. And then another thing you remember Valentine. Go ahead and roll me an intelligence plus wits. Interesting roll.
Oh.
Something's off, but you can't place your finger on it.
Yeah, I bet.
Damien, you can make me a roll too to see if you can figure it out. Intelligence or wits.
Intelligence and wits. Let's see what we got. And
Damien, you realize something very interesting.
oh,
That was a damn good response time of the police, wasn't it?
yeah.
That.
They could have
Wow.
came in at any time, but they didn't.
Do you say this to me? Or
Ye-
you just
No.
noticing this?
Just noticing this.
Okay.
One other thing you noticed, Damien, since you got 2 hits. I mean, there were cameras on you the whole time.
So they would know everything that went on in there.
Huh.
So we were being watched. Or tested.
They would just kill a civvy to test people. No, wait.
Well, to be fair, your friends over at Section 9 didn't actually answer until you sent something to them and they said, we'll take care of it.
So that's.
In all honesty, if you two think about it and start piecing it together, there's a couple things that don't sit right about this situation, besides the obvious. One, that was really good response time. They were there very quickly. Even for police in the future, that's a pretty quick response time. And you were
Hovercraft.
being watched, by cameras the whole time. Not to mention, you also noticed one thing. You did not trip the alarm when you broke the door. There was no alarm. This is the year 2077. If you have a business, there is going to be an alarm.
I need to get home.
Yeah. Is Damien being held for questioning, or
They'll take a statement from you.
okay? I'll have my lawyer present.
Freaking lawyers. So when you say that, I nudge you. Lawyers are bigger bloodsuckers than that last guy.
Oh God, you. That is so true. I just pat Valentine on the back at that joke, laughing. Out of one den of bloodsuckers to the next.
You don't think the chef would have come back as a vampire, do you?
I'm thinking about that. Let's I think these guys got it handled. Maybe. I don't know.
I think he was just dead. I
Yeah.
think they might be able to pick that. I don't know.
It would have been made more sense if he did that. He would have came back and then just joined in on the fight and double teamed all of us.
He would just come around the kitchen and be like, "Mamma mia, I'm going to kill me a robot."
Yeah.
So I guess end scene.
End scene, fading into the rain. And as we go back to Miss Fletcher and Mr. Flynn, Fletcher,
Yeah.
hey, we got a situation down here. There's a couple people that personally requested.
When is this happening?
This is happening later that night, probably around 11, since you guys had your conversation around 7.
After I
And
went to bed?
No, after you went to bed, you are awoken by a phone call.
Oh, great.
And you are a PI, so you do work with the police.
No.
Miss Fletcher, sorry to wake you up, but we're gonna need you and Flynn down at the station. We need you to take a look at this now. This is something else.
Okay, me I understand. Why you need a Flynn?
It's an electronics problem, and our tech guy can't get it done. We heard some stuff about Mr. Flynn. Would be willing to give you a little bit extra pay if you can get him to figure out what in the hell's going on down here.
I bet he can figure it out. Getting him to wake up would be the challenge, but yeah, I'll be over
I'll tell you.
as soon as I can.
I'll tell you what. I'll pay double if you hit him over the head with something.
Gotcha, yeah. Alright, I'll see you in a bit.
He sends you the address on the digital display to where he wants you to go down.
Son of a bitch, can't even sleep in peace.
Looks to be somewhere uptown.
I'm gonna get dressed. I don't know where Ruben is. Is he sleeping? Is he not sleeping?
He's probably in the kitchen making some cookies or something. I don't know. What time is it? 11, you said?
Yeah.
Sure. Why not? Let's say
Well,
baking
actually,
some.
at this point, it would be like 11:30 or 12.
It doesn't
Yeah.
take me 30 minutes to put clothes on. Hello.
Well, no, I mean it would be 11:30, 12 at the time you are called.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, then let's say he's asleep.
Ah, shit. Ah, double shit. Couldn't even put the dishes in the dishwasher. God damn it. I'm gonna go and bang on his door.
Well, you don't hear anyone waking up.
Ruben?
Nothing. No answer.
I'm gonna open the door.
Let's open.
I'm gonna put my head through the SQ door.
Yes, indeed.
I hope not. Because that would be awkward.
So you open the door?
Yes, I open the door and I'm peeking through with my head.
Okay, don't worry. There's just he's just asleep. There's no shirt on. He has a
How messy is the room?
let's say medium. There's some wires and some like some, what do you call, plastic on the floor.
No wonder he never gets laid. I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna shake him up.
Fuck off.
Ruben, wake the fuck up.
Go away, fuck off. Thank you very much. And then he tries to get back in bed.
Well, he's already in bed.
Yeah, I mean, like, lay down or scoot over, I don't fucking know.
Dude, we've been called out for some work and they need some electronics guy. I don't know, just come on. We're getting paid for that. And so that you know, I was offered double pay if I hit you over the head, so you're welcome.
Why don't you try it and see what happens?
Don't tempt
I'm just
me.
gonna fucking. I'm gonna sit up. I'm gonna sit up. For fuck's sake. What time is it?
12:30.
Oh, god damn it.
Yeah, I know, but apparently there's some urgent shit we have to take care of, and their tech guy is, I don't know, MIA or something. Just,
Great. Lovely. Wait, why am I being called? I'm not. What? Ah, fuck it.
because their
He's
tech
just gonna
guy is
stand
not
up.
available. Get dressed.
Yeah, and he's gonna get dressed. Just take tracksuit out of his closet. Some Adidas black and white striped shit.
Wait, are you telling me that he has clothes in the closet and are on the clothes chair? Bullshit.
Hey, hey, hey! This is the only clothes he has in the closet.
Anyway,
Adidas.
Cassandra will go out the room and bang the door, cause damn it. This is not even pissed at Ruben, but you know.
Yeah, he will come out with the jacket of the Adidas tied to his waist, and he's wearing a tank top.
I made
Do you
coffee.
need- Right, thanks. Do you need to, like, bring anything? I'm just gonna bring the essentials. Ooh.
Well, your laptop exploded, so that would be out of the question. So just whatever software you have in your flash drives would be okay, I guess.
Can I borrow a laptop? I promise not to explode it or like use it as a blunt object to hit someone with.
Well, I don't have a laptop, I only have the stationery, but you can get the pad
Oh,
if you can work with a
goddamn.
pad. Just don't break it, it's the only one we have in the house. I read the news on it.
yeah. Okay. Okay, I got the multi-tool, I got a lighter. I don't know why, but why not? And that should be it. Yeah, that should be it. Fuck it. Good enough.
Alright, let's go.
Wait,
Wait, what?
which vehicle are we using exactly?
What do you mean which? Obviously not your
Wait.
skateboard.
Hey, I have a car too.
Oh, well, in that case, let's take the car. Just give me a moment, I need to get my kids.
Right. You know what? He's gonna go to the kitchen and dunk his head underneath the sink and like just try to wake himself up.
We have a bathroom for that.
He puts you off, and then he uses a towel to dry his face and his hair. Ooh, I feel energized. Fuck my leg, that was so cold. Anyway, let's go.
Yeah, let's. One moment here and I'm gonna go nuts.
I'll clean it up, don't worry.
Right.
Yeah. Honest. I guess they are getting their
Yeah, I
That's
put
in the
all my
car.
kids in the truck. In the trunk. What kind of
Mhm.
car do you have?
It's basically kind of like the car from Blade Runner.
Okay.
So you guys go out into the pouring rain. You go down to this location. This isn't the first time that you and Flynn get called out. Occasionally he'll be there to help you with surveillance or electronic sweeps or etc. But it's very rarely that your boss from the police station ever calls you down with him. This is a bit abnormal. And you are both very wealthy, so you have access to flying cars. You're able to avoid a lot of the down ground traffic, and a lot of the air traffic is somewhat toned down tonight. So you managed to land kind of nearby. This is upscale Chinatown with a lot of fancy restaurants, oriental places, a lot of tourism attractions. And you eventually get yourself out of the rain and kind of under the awning, and you can see a lot of flashing red lights and blue lights and police cross tape, digital cross tape up, and a lot of police officers running about doing stuff. And you see your boss, one of the main officers, Officer Higgins, who does a lot of PI work with you and gives you access to a lot of cases.
Okay.
Kind of waves you over under
I
the
have
awning.
umbrella, by the way.
Well, that's fine. He still waves you under the umbrella because he doesn't want to get wet.
Well, I'm gonna walk under my umbrella over to him, and I guess I'm gonna either let Ruben get wet or he can come under my umbrella.
I'll come on the umbrella with that shit. Ain't gonna get wet.
Hey, Fletcher, you specialize in these kind of cases. That's why I called you on.
I specialize in evidence collection. Do you have issues here? Are you like,
We
you don't
do.
have
There was a
personnel?
Well, we do. We're a little bit short-staffed tonight. There was a complete EMP wipe of the damn building. We
Damn.
need your friend over there to recover most of the info that was lost, and we need you to check through and make sure there's no breach. Also, we need you to take a look at this, Fletcher.
Alright.
Tell me, Fletcher, what's the weirdest way you've seen someone die?
Choking on a 20-inch dildo?
Huh? That definitely does pretty weird, but I think I can top that.
Alright. What you got?
As you walk back through into kind of this hallway, it leads you to almost like a kitchen area. And as you go through the kitchen area, you can see pots and pans leaked off. Like the CSI guys are all over the place doing stuff, but no one's tampered with certain areas. But as you get into a hallway, you can see what looks like a door off to the left, and there's a massive hole in the wall through a solid marble granite wall
Holy shit.
next to the door, and there's dust and debris everywhere. And in the room, he shows you one dead body that's been kind of marked off, and then he points over at this big pile of dust with some scorch marks around it that's over in the other kind of hallway section. And he says, the chef in the meat locker is body 1. That pile of dust is body 2.
What do you mean body 2? How could a body just be incinerated out in the open like that? That doesn't make sense.
That's what you're here to tell me. You're here to find something I probably can't.
Hey, maybe they just brought an ash urn or something and put it all over the place. Some weird ass murder call or whatever the
There are
fuck that is.
scorch marks around it, so that's not the case. How long has this been going on? Because technically, okay, theoretically it could happen, but it would need a lot of time.
We've only been on call here for 15 minutes.
And do you have a timeline for the other body? Time
The
of
other
death?
body, it looks. Yeah, the other body, it looks like maybe about a couple hours. We're trying to pinpoint it down right now. We didn't want to touch the until you had time to do your little thing, but
Okay, when did the
from what we
restaurant
can,
close?
well, that's just the thing. Restaurant wasn't supposed to close. According to their website, they stay open until about almost 3 in the morning, kind of a late night kind of club deal. However, we found no employees here. All of the security footage was deleted or destroyed, it looks like. And we've got this whole mess with us. Apparently, there were only 2 employees or people in the entire building. We got the man over there in the kitchen, and then we got the whatever it was in the hallway.
Do you have any... Okay, who's the owner of this place?
The owner of this place is a Mr. Chang. He
Well,
currently is on vacation in Europe, but the problem is that he left his second in charge of the restaurant. We called him earlier today, and he said that no, all employees should be there, and he's got a manager on duty. So then we called the manager, and the manager said that apparently he was supposed to close up early tonight. He doesn't remember being told to, but he says that that's what he was told to do. Apparently,
did he tell you what time he closed?
yeah, it was around. Let's see, looks like about 11:10.
Okay, that makes... Okay, let me look around. I'll get back at you, okay?
No worries.
Where can we set up for the... for
Anywhere
the
that-
electronics,
anywhere-
for the tech shit?
Probably over there in one of the security rooms. Just as long as you're not tampering with any areas that and crossing over any evidence. We'll let you do your thing. All right, boys, back up. Let them do their thing, and then we'll sweep the area. Come on, move it up.
So EMP, you said?
That's what I would
Is it
guess.
just-
We checked the computers in that room. They're all blank. It's like someone either wiped it or blew it or something.
Great. Well, considering that the lights and the other shit doesn't seem to be dead, I don't think it's EMP, but we shall see, I suppose. Oh man. Oh, can I please have a cup of coffee? And like make it
Yeah.
sweet. That would be
Yeah,
nice.
sure.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. I'm
Yeah,
gonna be
there's a
there.
there's a coffee machine in the kitchen. No worries.
If this is a crime scene, you can't use that coffee machine, obviously.
Right. Right. I'ma just
Party
Move
pooper for the
there.
win.
I know.
right.
Then take 6 aggravated mental damage for that burn. No.
Just make the coffee without her looking. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. He
All
thumbs
right,
up and he winks.
Yep. So you guys get to doing your thing. So
Alright.
what do you guys want to?
I first want to investigate the hole on the wall.
Roll me a intelligence plus investigation, and then roll me an intelligence plus perception, and I think you get bonuses on both these, don't you? I'm sorry, not perception. Intelligence investigation, and I think you get a bonus on
I
that.
get a bonus from the specialty. Does the crime scene kit count?
Oh yeah. If you use that, make me 2 checks. Make me intelligence plus investigation with +4, and then make me one with just +2.
Okay.
I would like to inspect the security room and see what kind of damage has been done to the computer.
Okay.
Holy shit! Really, man?
Roll me a wits plus composure, then roll me an intelligence plus computers.
Holy shit. Okay. So I got 1 success on the first and 9 successes on the second.
What's the other one? Computer and what?
Shit.
Intelligence. Well, we know where all the good rolls are going tonight. Alright, so first things first. Miss Fletcher, you are indeed a natural at crime scene investigation. That was an amazing roll. Literally, are you not only able to determine the crime scene of basically what happened in the previous scene, if it wasn't already obvious of you? But I will say you don't know who was here, obviously, but everything that happened in the previous scene, like him getting thrown through the wall, the fight, the gunshots, everything, you're able to determine every single thing that happened in that scene. You just don't know who it was.
Question. So he went through the wall head first. Do I find any hair fibers or any blood samples that I could collect off of that wall?
Yeah, you do actually.
Well, I'm gonna bug it up.
Granted, in a police case, that won't look completely crazy because the police do know who was here. But yes, you find hair samples, you find blood, you find skin samples, you find everything with that roll. Literally everything that happened in the previous scene, you can not only discern, but you can even set up and you know what angle they were, you know where they were facing, you know how they shot, you know where the bullets went, you know where the rubble flew, you know how he was tackled through the wall, and you can also discern that those ashes are indeed human ashes, and they are indeed probably burned due to the scorch marks around them, but that still doesn't make sense because that's not typically, even if a person is completely vaporized with fire, there's still certain remains that tend to stay. But this
Yeah.
is just dust. This is literally just dust. It is creepy.
I'm gonna ask the boss there. Do you have any knowledge of perhaps people that might be carrying super high-tech weaponry that could, pretty much make a human evaporate or incinerate completely like that?
I mean, a little bit of gang warfare going on, but hell, even with some of the
No
terrorists.
gang would have access to such
Yeah,
a thing.
exactly. Even some of the terrorist stuff that's been going on, I don't think anyone would have access to that high tech weapon. That stuff is kept under hard wraps now. Hell, even when we tried to promote ourselves up and tried to get ourselves better handguns, we had to go through about 2 months of red tape before they even let the police have better weapons.
Well,
So I doubt, yeah.
yeah, but
there's no way
guess
someone-
what? The only thing that could do such a thing would be something very high tech. I haven't seen anything like this before.
Think this is some kind of government hit or something?
We can't rule it out. But for
mean,
now,
it
we
wouldn't
don't
su-
have enough evidence to know. But yeah, it's a
Wouldn't su-
possibility.
Wouldn't surprise me. MODOK owns about 99% of this damn city. I wouldn't be surprised if they just sent one of their goons down to eliminate someone. But still, why would you be all flashy like that?
Yeah, that would make no sense.
I mean, it'd be easier just to shoot him in the back of the head with a silencer, clean up the crime scene, and dump him in a dumpster somewhere. I mean, it'd be a lot less inconspicuous, and hell, we probably wouldn't have been able to respond to it if that had happened. But no, we heard a freaking explosion come out,
Well,
and then we had, and then
perhaps there
speaking
was
of which,
a reason they needed this person to disappear completely. Like there is not even any DNA sample to be taken out of this cremains. So
by the way, did you he says another thing that was kind of weird is we got an anonymous tip call that something was happening here. Couldn't we trace the number back? Get this. Guess where the number was traced?
where?
It was a fucking payphone.
Excuse me, what?
Yeah, it was a payphone.
There are still
Yeah,
payphones
we got a
around?
lo- Yeah, they're all digital now and cool though. You can do a Facebook live camera chat on them. But they still have public phones.
Whereabouts?
And, well, it was down over near the dock district.
How is this possible from there? Okay, did you collect any evidence from that payphone?
Well, we sweeped it, scanned it, swiped it. No fingerprints, no skin DNA. We checked some of the cameras and we saw a lot of people walking by. We saw about 3 people that we suspect may have been the caller, but their faces were hidden all by hoods.
Well, either
We're trying-
way, I
we're-
would like to.
We're trying to run him through some security footage and facial recognition software, right?
I would like to review that footage if that's okay with you.
Will do. We'll send it all to your personal ping.
Well, as for that, could the person that was pushed through this wall be one of those?
We don't think the person who was. And then he stops. He's like, "Wait a minute! Someone was thrown through that wall."
I mean, isn't that obvious? There's blood and hair.
Yeah, but Christine, the blood and hair you saw was really hard to find, and he hadn't checked it out yet, so he's still kind of surprised.
Well, it couldn't have been anyone else because I don't see another body around. And, well, how about body number 1? What was the cause of death?
Well, the cause of death for the guy in the kitchen was blood loss. And basically, he ran out of his body ran out of oxygen. As for the guy in the hallway, I guess we assume ashing. There was no one else here, though. There were no other people involved in this, as far as we know. Now, Christine, with what you just did in the crime scene, he is completely bullshitting you, and you know it. Because you just checked that whole crime scene. You know there were at least 3 other people here.
Yeah, okay. With all due respect, but if you need my help, you have to be a bit more forthcoming. I'm not a rookie. I can
Talking
see
about?
exactly what happened in here. There wasn't just these 2. There were another 3 people in this room.
Shh. Now shut up, Butcher. Right? Look.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming from above my head. Okay? Yes, you're right. Or at least as far as I know, there were at least 2 other people.
3.
Okay? 3. Great. Even more pain. Anyway. I've been told to sweep this under the rug after we get this all cleaned up. I want you to kind of keep following up on it because you can go, but you're not restrained like I am.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't say any more. This is coming from the top, right? Can't do any more. So we're sweeping it under the rug, and as far as those 2 or 3 people are concerned, they never existed.
Well, you do you, I'm gonna do me. Alright? Just keep your little people out of my way then. So I can
Gotcha.
figure this out.
As far as I am concerned, and as far as my paperwork is concerned, there was no one else here. Just the 2 bodies we've got, possibly a 3rd suspect who did not leave much sign.
Well, alright then. I will go and check up on my partner.
Right? Flynn, as you're going through the thing, you notice that very well that this looks like a standard sweep in black, or a blackout, and you think you're able to kind of at least get some of the footage. Typically, when a blackout like this happens, it's impossible to get everything. However, Flynn, you think you can get at least some of the footage back.
Yeah. Okay.
Interestingly enough, though, whoever did this was a pro, and I mean a pro. The cameras went down before they were swept, and there was only 1 camera up and running when the blackdown happened. So, not only did they shut down the security system so no footage could be obtained of what was going on, but then they blacked everything. So the only thing you're able to get is 1 camera.
Huh. Which camera is it?
It's the camera that's out in the hallway right now, kind of pointing at everything.
Hmm.
And even
How-
then, it's a bit jarbled and scrambled, and it's blurry as hell. But you can definitely get the footage.
How long do you think I can? How long do you think it will take before I can get a footage out of it?
Roll me an intelligence plus computers.
And don't fuck it up this
Oops.
time.
Wrong button. I pressed the wrong button.
Fuck's sake, bullet.
There we go for successes.
About a half hour, and you'll have it clear as a
Yeah.
whistle.
Okay. After that's done, I go to Cassie and I go,
I was coming to
hey,
you.
hey.
You don't need to come to
Oh,
me.
okay.
Hey, did you get anything?
So I found some very interesting shit.
So,
Considering
Christine,
this was
you see a
gone.
man you don't recognize
Mm-hmm.
get thrown through a wall or tackled through a wall by another man you don't recognize. And then you see Miss Valentine come up behind that man and they get into a big fight. And the man on the ground fires 2 shots in the guy's head. The guy falls over. You see Caden come in through the hole, put something on the body and light it on fire. And then he walks out. And then the two talk for a bit. And then they eventually leave the area of the camera so you can't see what's happening off to the left. And the body just burns for a bit and then stops. And it's just ash after the fire goes away. There's no bone, no nothing left over. It's just ash after the burn stops.
What the fuck did I just watch?
I don't know. I think it's like some superhero play or something.
Make a copy right now.
Right. You know,
Look.
whoever did
Shh.
this.
Listen,
Cool.
listen.
Hey, Flynn, Fletcher, did you get that footage yet?
We're working on it.
Okay. Just remember to turn over the footage to us when you can.
Yeah,
Will
sure.
do. Look,
Can I get my coffee later?
shut up.
That's kind of what I'm here to give you. Got the footage
Oh.
done?
No, not yet. But here, can I have the coffee? Thank you very much.
He kind of hands it through the door.
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries.
Thank you. I'm gonna smile like the waitress smile and close the door.
You're just shutting the door on us. Yeah,
No, you know the waitress smile. You know.
Yeah. You
Listen,
can hear him. You can hear him through the door. He's like, fucking PIs.
He takes a sip and man, this coffee tastes like shit.
Shut up. The police are wanting to sweep this under the rag for some reason. But
Right.
my assertions about what happened there were pretty much spot on by this footage. Make copies and then get rid of it.
Roger. You know, whomever did this, or whomever wanted this gone, they really try their hardest to get rid of it. I think a professional even did this, to be honest.
I have some suspicions since 2 of the people that were in that video we met earlier tonight at you know where.
Oh,
About you know what.
oh, right, I remember now. That's the fucking
Yeah, but keep your voice
lady
down.
first.
Shh, keep
Right,
your voice
sorry,
down.
shit.
I don't know who
Okay.
listens here,
I'm try to save the file on a USB stick. If USB sticks are
I
even
mean,
still
I
a
don't
thing.
think USB will be a thing in 2077. I hope not.
Whatever fucking thing I can save the thing on. Maybe like through what's the
Chip.
word?
A microchip.
Yeah, sure.
In the
Or
grim
like-
future, there's still USB.
What the fuck is that thing called? Peer to peer. Like
Yeah,
I just
yeah,
transferred
it's-
the data
it's-
through.
Yeah, it's all wireless nowadays. Wires
Yeah.
don't exist anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just transfer it through the internet or something.
Yeah, because
It's
it's safe
actually
as fuck.
Yeah, everything is
So-
kept on personal cloud things. So, for example, you still have sticks, but what they do is like every USB stick is technically now a cloud storage. So
Ah.
you can just literally just have it near you and just save it to like whatever's nearby. Like if you have like a USB in your pocket, you just literally save it to the USB that's in your pocket, and it just all goes, into
Oh,
the.
cool.
Would you allow me to have one of those cloud systems that is
You've got-
personal?
You've got resources 5, dude.
He has
Take it.
4,
Oh.
not 5.
4. It's still 4. Dear God, he's super wealthy.
Hey, lotteries, man. Yeah.
I think I'm the poorest
Anyway.
person in this.
How many resources you got?
3.
No, you're not the poorest.
Oh, cool. I'm middle class.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah. Plus.
yeah, I put it in a quote unquote USB stick thing, and I save it, and I try to
Uh,
wipe the
Wait,
computer.
before you do that, I want you to leave only one part. The
What?
end of the body burning. Not the whole shmoosh thing that happened, just the ending.
Right,
Clever.
so we can tell the dipshits outside.
That we
Right.
found something, but this is unfortunately all we could recover or whatever. Fuck, how am I
Okay.
gonna sell this on the second line?
I can do that for you, probably. Wait, no, I also suck at lying. Shit. You know what? It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Okay. I'll roll intelligence computer again, I assume.
Since I'm there, get one more die.
Yes. Go ahead and roll that.
Do I get what was it? Aiding ally die or whatever the fuck it is?
Yes.
I just gave you one. I
Yeah,
gave
give
it to
you one.
you. Take it.
5
I did.
successes.
Very good.
Yeah, exceptional.
Flawless. Yep, you do it flawlessly.
That should do it. You can call in the boys in blue now.
Yeah. Fuck. Okay. I'm gonna go out to the person in charge.
That's Mr. Higgins.
Yeah.
He looks at you and he's like, "Yeah,
Higgins.
got the footage."
Well, we couldn't recover much. Most of it
Before
is
you
fried.
roll anything, if you're gonna roll something, please tell me if it's lucky or unlucky.
Definitely unlucky.
Well, I tell you before you go break a leg and get fucking extra fucking 3 dice, bitch.
Alright.
Okay, that will still be hard, but anyway.
You know what? Can I ask this out of character? How many fucking dice do you have in total for social?
Oh, for
lying.
socialize, I have
well,
4.
she's gonna-
For lying, I have 1 because it's unskilled.
Okay,
so
fuck it.
mine's-
So
I
it's
can
gonna
do
be,
this
so
shit.
it's gonna be okay. So
I'll do this shit. Fuck you.
What are you
God
gonna
damn.
do?
It's fine. It's fine. Hey, officer.
yeah,
Oh my
Uh,
god, you don't need to hit
Hey,
on him.
shut up. Fuck off. We found some footage, but I don't think it's enough to identify the what's the word? Culprit? Yeah, culprit. But we did find out about this weird thing where he fucking burns up and shit. Like someone put phosphorus on him or something. I don't know.
hmm
Yee.
Go ahead and roll me wits plus. Oh fuck! What is it? Something-
Manipulation.
Manipulation.
Yeah, No, it's
Yeah. It's a lie.
Yes, manipulation subject.
Not just a lie, we've also tampered with evidence, so it's a super duper lie.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! Just 1 success. Oof.
All right. He kind of nods. Just, you think he bought it?
Nice. So can I like go home now? Cause this fucking sucks.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, we'll follow up.
Fletcher's. Anything more you need to do for the scene?
I think I got what I need. I will.
Hey,
Alright,
if you'd
go
like,
ahead.
I can bring the fucking hard drives and see what much more I can find, but that's a long shot.
No, go ahead and leave those. We'll have our boys go through the rest of it. Go ahead and just send us all the info over the digital web and type us up your report, Fletcher, when you're done, and give it to us, and that'll add to the evidence. So we're good here.
Alright. Later then. I hope next time you won't wake me up, but. Such as it is.
Nice coffee, by the way.
doesn't say anything.
Yep.
Alright,
I just
let's
fucking walk
go.
away. Once we're outside, I throw away the coffee.
Coffee cup bounces and spills into a gutter.
Shit,
You don't
it's a
need-
coffee cup.
You don't need the liquor.
I just throw away the coffee and I put back the goddamn mug back in the plate. I thought it was in those plastic paper
Even
cup
worse.
thingies. Oof.
Christine, Miss Fletcher, roll me a perception check. As Flynn is busy just getting rid of his cup.
That
That
would
is,
be...
Wits plus composure.
Okay. Which composure? What exactly am I looking for? Does anything apply?
It's just,
there?
it's just a standard wits plus. Actually, you've got. Roll me wits plus composure plus 2.
Well, fuck. Yeah. Yeah, 1 success.
Okay, that is enough though. You think you see someone standing, kind of watching you from one of the other alleyways with a hood on, and immediately when you look up, you just barely managed to catch it, but you could tell that they were watching the front entrance, and they immediately go walking down an alleyway.
Shit. Someone was watching.
What? Where?
Well, he just disappeared from that alleyway over there.
He shrugs. He starts walking towards the alleyway.
Don't go. We don't know who the...
It'll be fine.
You
You
have
worry too much. Let's go.
no-
I'm just walking away now towards the alleyway.
Okay, hold on a sec.
You have no notion of danger, do you?
Yeah, no.
Flynn,
What?
In the rain?
I'm gonna pull out my
Hold on,
flashlight
guys.
and walk behind him.
I know all stuff's happening. Flynn, you turn the corner to the alleyway. And it is raining, it is pouring, it's actually getting somewhat loud. And as you turn the alleyway, you are immediately slammed into. Roll me a strength athletics check, please.
Okay. Fuck. 0.
Oh shit.
Cassandra, roll me a dexterity athletics to avoid getting slammed by your buddy Flynn.
Oh god. Okay, athletics dexterity.
Oh shit, I forgot to ask. Do I see any birds that is probably metallic in nature? Like on a poster or something?
Not at the moment.
2 successes.
So, Cassandra, you're able to duck out of the way as someone slams into Flynn, and Flynn, you go flying. Take 1 bashing damage as you smack into the pavement, and the back of your head just smashes into the concrete.
Ah, what the fuck, dude?
And you see the hooded man kind of shove past, and Cassandra, as you duck to the side, you see the hooded figure shove Flynn into the ground, and Flynn's head smacks into the pavement hard. Flynn goes about a good maybe 6 or 7 feet backwards, and the guy in the jacket starts running down the street.
I'm gonna be an idiot.
Hey, stop!
And I'm gonna
call
chase
out to
him.
the hooded guy.
He
I'm
does
gonna
not stop.
chase him.
Okay, so
I'll chase after too. God damn it.
as you're both running after him, this guy is pretty damn fast. This guy must be a really good Olympic runner.
I
Cassandra-
don't know, I have pretty good speed.
I'll get to that. Don't worry. As you run by Cassandra, you can see where Flynn hit his head on the sidewalk. His head was slammed into the sidewalk enough to break it. There's now a little head imprint where his head was.
The hell?
And as you're both running, Cassandra, you're really fast. And you eventually, you can't catch this guy because he's super fast as well, but you're able to keep pace with him. Flynn, what is your speed?
Let's see. 10, but I have parkour. The first dot says that I can decrease the number of successes needed based on my parkour, which is 3.
Yeah, that's if you're doing parkour though.
Yeah.
Cassandra, roll me a Dex plus Athletics plus 2. Flynn, just roll me Dex plus Athletics. You may add your parkour to this if you want.
4.
Four.
Damn.
Wow, very
Good
nice.
job, bro.
You're both able to keep up with this guy really well. Cassandra just with pure speed, whereas in Flynn's kind of doing more jumping over and trying to gain some advantage. But although you don't like directly catch the guy, you're kind of gaining on him a bit. But this guy is fast. It's taken everything that you guys have got to get him. Cassandra, you're getting really close though. You're almost within arm's reach.
Could I try and grab his hoodie?
Go ahead and roll me a grapple check. Strength plus brawl.
Ooh.
Or Dex plus brawl, because I think you've got finesse, don't you?
I don't have brawl. I don't know if I have finesse. I have the fast reflexes. I don't have a specific thing.
Okay, so just roll me either strength or Dex plus brawl.
Oh fuck. Yeah. So that would be -1, right? Fuck it. You know what? I'm gonna spend willpower. So it's gonna
Okay.
be -1. Yeah. One measly
Hey.
success.
Hey, you just barely reach forward and you just barely manage to grab his hood.
I just
you
want
pull,
to observe his
and he-
face.
You observe his face. As he turns and looks back at you, he's got a ring in his right ear. He has a brown kind of fuzz for hair. He's a very kind of average-looking guy. You'd guess maybe brown eyes, white, male, Caucasian, medium build. He's got the little gold ring in his ear. And as you're coming forward, he kind of stops and he turns, so you kind of go past him a little bit. And then from around the building that you guys were rounding, do you have alert?
Nope.
Or danger sense?
I have Mr. Lucky, which I can see birds, or my Mr. Lucky, which is a metallic bird. It could be like a poster, or I could be hallucinating, and it will tell me that a danger is about to come.
You do see that on a billboard, Flynn.
Ah, shit.
And I have Auspex. But...
Indeed, but you didn't say it was active.
Oh no, I just would have to
Yeah.
do a roll.
So, Christine or Cassandra, as you round the kind of like as he kind of pulls back and you kind of shoot past him, and like get your footing and stop, you see something swing out of the darkness at you. What is your defense right now? Actually, I'm sorry, this is a surprise, so you don't get your defense. 1, 2.
Damn it.
One measly hit is surprise. So there's more.
What kind of hit is that?
Out of the darkness, you see a baseball bat swing right at your head and just crack you upside the head.
Damn it.
You see stars for a moment, but it only did. Because I'm adding in your guys' resilience to this just to make everything easier. And this was a headshot, so it's just your resilience, not your armor, that's heading in. Even then, that's only... So yeah, Cassandra, you only take 2 bashing.
Okay.
As the bat just smashes into your head and you see stars for a bit. And the other guy is now, he kind of looks at Flynn, who's gaining on him, and then he looks back at you. And I kid you not, he just starts parkouring like a boss up the fire escape of the side of the building.
Ah, fuck, can I jump after him?
Yep,
Dex Athletics.
Dex Athletics.
Fuck.
You jump up onto the ladder, but you remember those pull-down ladders on the fire escapes?
Oh,
You
yeah.
jump
oh,
up
the
on,
wood
yeah,
panel.
yeah. You
Fuck.
jump up onto the ladder, but then it comes down and you fall off.
Damn, we get wound penalty just from bashing?
Not just from two. Not just from two bashing. You shouldn't have that much.
Did I do it wrong? Okay, give me a second. I might have done it wrong. Let me try that again, see if there's gonna be any difference. 'Cause...
I don't have any wound.
Oh, yeah,
thingy.
yeah.
Still no
Yeah, but
hits.
still, yeah. I
Um,
did it wrong.
so Flynn, you see Cassandra try and jump after him, but the ladder comes down and she falls into a thing of kind of garbage. Not like garbage, but like garbage bags. You know, she kind of
Yeah.
lands in the.
I try to run up there and check if he's all right. Are you okay?
I'm fine, go after
Oh,
him.
shit.
I'm fine, go after him.
I'll fucking go after him after she tells me that.
Dex
Um,
Athletics +2 for the parkour.
I have the third dot of parkour, which apparently lets me do wall runs for 30 feet for some fucking retarded reason, which is
Right.
fucking
So
amazing.
basically, you're gonna scammer up this at full speed. So just go ahead and make me the roll to see how well you do it.
2 successes.
Right. So even though he's way ahead of you, you're able to start catching him really well because you're just such a boss at parkour that you just start gaining on him. Really.
Parkour fuckboy.
Parkour!
You eventually get up to the roof, Flynn, and you're now chasing him over the rooftop.
Mm-hmm.
And he starts kind of jumping over to the next one, and these buildings are very close together. So he's eventually going to run out of room, and you're going to probably be able to catch him.
Mm-hmm.
Down on the ground, Cassandra, the man who swung the bat at you, seems to be nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, that's what I was going to look for.
Go ahead and roll me. Do you want to activate Auspex?
Well, let's see if I can actually... Did I see where he came from?
Yes,
Approximately.
wits plus investigation.
Okay.
Flynn, you're chasing him on the rooftops right now, and he's only got
Okay.
2 more houses to jump.
Uh-huh.
And you guys are actually really high up. Your adrenaline is pounding, your body is just itching, and you guys are actually really high up. You guys are about 3 stories up.
God damn.
And he is now out to the last building, and he is running straight for the across buildings, but you're looking at the angle. There's no way anyone can make that jump.
Yeah, I'm just gonna fucking stop, towards the edge if he jumps off.
He jumps.
What the fuck?
He jumps across the street all the way to the next building lot over.
I look at him with fucking goddamn awe in my face.
And he keeps running,
What the fuck?
eventually fading into the fog that is now coming in through the bay.
Shit. When he leaves or leaps towards the other side of the street, I'ma backtrack and try to go to where Cassandra is.
I got 2 successes on the roll.
Yep. You look around and you can see that he came from around the other side of the building. And you don't really find any sign of him, but you do find a broken baseball bat.
That's good enough. That's good enough. I want to do the spirit's touch on it.
All right.
It's called aspects.
And does spirit touch require you to? Is that aspects or?
no? Yeah, yeah. It's aspects. I have to roll wits, occult, and aspects, and depending on that, I can ask you questions.
Okay.
So let's see what we got. Please be good. Oh my god!
Woo!
Oh my god! Okay, okay.
So what can you ask me at the moment?
Who last touched or owned this? A vision of the person holding the object, sound of their voice, identifying themselves. What's the strongest emotion associated with the object? What the object being used for at the point of strongest emotion. A vision of the person using the object. Sound and ghostly outlines of people walking through the room.
Right.
What?
Okay.
So,
So
pretty much a
since
lot.
you right, since you know everything you need to ask me, just ask me one at a time and I'll tell you. So what's your
Alright.
first question?
Who was holding this? A clear image of who was holding this item.
It is a man with white hair. The best way I can describe this guy, Legolas with silver hair.
Oh my god.
He is wearing a coat, kind of a hoodie, and he has kind of a really nice looking watch on. He's about medium build.
Okay.
And no, he does not have pointed ears. It's kind of down to his shoulder. It's almost down to his shoulders, and it's silver.
Okay.
Silver or white. Silver or white. It's kind of hard to tell. Yeah, you did get a really good roll, but even with this, it's just difficult. Maybe it's silver, maybe it's white. You don't know.
Okay, so what's the strongest emotion associated with the object?
Anger.
Anger. Okay. And well, what was the object being used for at the point of strongest emotion? Well, I can guess, but
Well, yeah, hitting you across the face.
sure, okay. At least I have a good idea of what the guy looks like. Alright. I'm gonna bag it up.
You do so, and as you're finishing bagging it, you hear Flynn kind of come down from the ladder area.
You okay?
I'm fine.
You
are you?
alive? Oh, fuck me. I'm kind of
obviously.
winded, but it's fine. Whew.
You hit the
Good
pavement
exercise.
pretty hard back there, you know? You know that your
I
head
did.
left a dent on the pavement?
It's probably made out of styrofoam then. Sure. It's fine, okay? Look, that fucking dude is
happened?
probably a synth. Cause I just saw him goddamn jump, like, he jumped across the street. Like, holy shit.
It's fine, I know what his face looks like.
Okay. Okay. Pretty sure he's a synth.
We'll see. It's possible. I mean, he could be a synth, he could be a cyborg, he could be, you know, he could have other
that too.
enhancements.
Oh man.
Well, I will.
I just saw him jump like 30 feet of.
No, it wasn't
Ah.
30 feet.
Okay.
Let me put it this way. You know how there are some houses that are really close together and you can just kind of hop over?
Mm-hmm.
This was across the street. In other words, like you know how there's a house and then there's a street and then there's other houses across the street. He jumped
Yeah.
across from rooftop to rooftop across the street.
Anyway,
There are enhancements.
I would
you know.
have. I should have probably tried, but I'm pretty sure I would have
No.
fallen.
No, you shouldn't have.
Should have. That would have been kind of fun, though. Anyway.
But to fall and break your face? Aren't
Hey.
scars you already have enough? Thing
What the
is,
fuck are you bagging?
uh,
What is that trash?
it's not
Oof.
trash, it's a baseball bat that someone else used on my head. Because that guy wasn't alone, there was another dude.
Great.
A dude with white
Great.
hair. White, silver, something like that. Not sure.
This day sucks. Can we go home now?
Yeah, I'm gonna need to call in a few favors. I'm gonna need to find a crime sketch artist. And I have to
I'm,
have this off the book. Oh god.
Yeah.
Anyway, you should probably go home. I'm drenched. I need to get in the shower, put something warm on me, and go to bed.
Well, then let's go back to the car and go home.
Right.
And so the night ends. Two friends going home wondering what in the hell just happened. As the camera fades down to a small indentation in the sidewalk, now filling with water. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. This has been San Francisco by Night, Session 1. I'll see you later.